is up in the air, and that is received by Rob Carbone. Takes it upfield, breaks a few tackles, and he's up to the 37-yard line, where Pace will begin their offensive assault.
Good kickoff for Marist, but a pretty good return by Pace as the Pace unit comes out on offense.
Okay, now the defensive and offensive lines out there on the field, getting ready. Beautiful day here in Poughkeepsie. Nice crowd here at Leondorf Field, about 2,000 people. Here to see Marist's first home day game of the season. Like we said, Pace coming in with an 0-1 record, Marist with an 0-2 record. Both teams, as you said, Brian, very hungry. First down. And that is Mo Seti coming in, and he loses yards. It's maybe he gained one. Marist looking good on defense that play, Brian.
Yeah, Marist defense jammed up the middle that time. First play from scrimmage, Marist looking well, looking good.
Yep, the defensive line doing a good job. They definitely, like you said, and like we've said, and we can't say it enough, they got to be hungry this game. They got to want this game because going 0-3 at the beginning of the season is not good, considering you only play 10 or 11 games. Second down here, and 10 to go. 14 minutes left in the first quarter. No score, as you would assume. And he drops back. That is the quarterback, Coleman. And he throws it downfield, overthrown, out of bounds. Good coverage there by the Marist squad.
Yeah, incomplete pass to James Taylor down there, number 81. The roll out to the other side, nothing there for Pace.
James Taylor along with Eric Frink, the big receivers for the Pace team. Frink last week against William Patterson with over 100 yards receiving, and Taylor, their main receiving threat. He's got incredible breakaway speed. Third down now. Still 10 yards, maybe 11 to go. Pace offense not looking good. At the beginning, Marist with the quarterback rush, and he has got nothing. He just throws the ball away.
Yeah, Marist wants a flag, grounding there. He threw it right to the ground. I think I agree with that call. I didn't see any receivers around.
And Brian, there is a flag on the play thrown by the referee, and the call is intentional grounding. Great defensive surge in the first plays of the game, Brian.
Great series for Marist. They have to be pleased with that series. Great pressure on the quarterback on 2 passing downs. They got a penalty. They should get great field position here as Marist go on offense.
Okay, we have number 6 for the Marist team back to receive, who is Bruce Harris. He's a freshman out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the penalty will be 5 yards from the point of infraction.
Fourth and long.
It's fourth and very long, Brian.
Fourth and 27.
Fourth and 27. Not good for the Pace team to start off.
Don't think we'll be seeing a fake here.
No, definitely not, Brian. And here's the punt. A high punt. Harris picks up at the 50-yard line. Good field position. There goes Harris on the sideline. He sees a few tackles. And then he's in for a touchdown. Marist touchdown. 6-0 Marist, just like that.
Yeah, Harris got the ball at the 50-yard line. Saw some daylight, took it, had a few good blocks, slipped some tackles, touchdown.
Marist, just like that, with a 6-0 lead. Incredible defensive series, like Brian said. Bruce Harris takes the ball from the 50-yard line, got some good tackles, and then just broke it open in the field with his speed. Marist now to accept the extra point. The quarterback, Brian McCourt, or one of the many quarterbacks for the Marist team. Like I said, 6-0 here. 13:46 left in the first quarter. Marist looking to put many points on the board today. McCourt set, and the extra point is up, and it's good. It's wide right.
Yeah, not a great snap on that one. A couple of flags on the play. We'll see what happened here.
Might have been either offsides. It looks like it's against Pace. Could have been offsides.
Too many men on the field, maybe.
Too many men on the field. 12 guys on the field. Pace not thinking well at the beginning of this game. They're down 6-0. You definitely want to at least keep your head.
Yeah, you think after their rough start last week that they at least be, mentally into the game. At first here, they don't, they missed a few tackles there on the kickoff, a 50-yard return, missed the extra point, but a penalty on the play. Marist getting the opportunity here early.
Yes, and definitely Coach Rick Party has got to be happy with this Marist, the start of this game. However, Marist did start off quick last game, so I'm sure he's going to remind his team of that. Last game they were out 12-0, and they ended up losing to Iona, 13-12. Siena, excuse me. And the kick is blocked. That's taken by number 49, Gary Garrison. He's running left to right. He's got nowhere to go, and tackled by number 72 on the Marist team. That's Rex Dixon, and number 89, who is Craig Neal. Marist, however, did get those 6 points.
Number 19, Scott Plucia.
And we will be right back for the Marist kickoff. Upfield, Marist kicking off for the second time in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Got to be pleased with that, out to an early 6-0 lead on the touchdown punt reception by Bruce Harris. Pace looking to get something on the board. That is received by number 5, Rob Carbone. Carbone looking for something, and for the second time, Marist special teams does a good job on the kickoff return.
Marist looks pumped up. Good coverage on the kickoff, and here they are. Here's the defensive squad. They weren't out there long. They're back out there again.
They weren't out there long last time, indeed, and they are out there again, looking to repeat what they did on the last series of downs. As you remember, Pace with a 4th and 27 on the last series of downs. The Marist defensive team waiting for Pace. One of their players is down. The Pace trainer are out there.
Looking at the head, hopefully it's not a serious injury.
Hopefully not. I can't. Brian, can you see who that is?
I cannot make out the number from here.
Okay, well, we'll be right back when play resumes here at Leondor Field. That was number 60 on the field, Mike Reed. Hurt on the play. Looks to be shooken up. It's taken off the field by the trainer, and it's 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Pace looking to get something together here offensively. 13:40 left in the first half. Actually, 13:40 left in the first quarter. And Matt Coleman looking to pass, and downfield, overthrown, tremendously overthrown. Matt Coleman looking a little bit shaken up here at the beginning, Brian.
Yeah, Coleman rolling out there. That's twice now I think he's rolled out. I guess he likes, passing that way, but he's missed his receiver twice. Good coverage by Marist. Nowhere to throw. Overthrew him twice.
Definitely. He's overthrown him twice, both times out of bounds. Marist defense, we can't say it enough here, Ellie, doing a great job. 2nd down and 10.
On the 29.
On the 29-yard line. Pace, Matt Coleman, directing the offense. Once again looking to throw. And he throws it once again. Thrown out of bounds. Brian, I don't know what it is, but Matt Coleman definitely not hitting the mark early on.
Yeah, they're passing downfield here. I wonder, I believe they have a few good running backs. I haven't seen them try to establish any sort of running game yet. Passing so far has not worked. He's been overthrowing receivers. I think, if they don't get anything going this down, actually, next series, they better try to establish a running game. It might be a long day.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head. They do have a good running game. Like we said, Christian Masello, the Dave Meggett-like running back. Maybe they have perhaps, as there was contact, encroachment, and the penalty is on number 76 for Marist, who is John Higgins. Jumps off sides. Could have been a false start, but I believe that was all Higgins on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Higgins. It looked like he had some contact on the line. He's just getting anxious. Marist is definitely anxious in this game, and they're ready. They're ready to play, and you can't. He's getting a little excited, but he has to calm down up there. Wait till they snap the ball.
Exactly. Coach Party, however, he certainly wouldn't mind those kind of penalties as opposed to pass interference or something. It shows that his team is ready to go. Pace, 2nd down and 5, I believe it is. 3rd down and 5.
They got 3 wide receivers out there and a running back.
Looks like Coleman will throw again, and he will. And once again, he has nowhere to go, and he's sacked. Back at the 20-yard line. Marist defense out here to play today.
Yeah, Coleman rolled out to the right here. All of his receivers were on the left. I don't know. That actually looked like kind of a broken play to me. Marist got in and sacked him.
Definitely, I believe it's
Back to receive the punt for Marist.
4th down. I'm sorry, I said it was 2nd down last time. It's 4th down and long once again. Bruce Harris again to receive the punt. back at the 45-yard line. We have a timeout
Timeout called by
on the
Pace.
field, called by Pace to get things back together. 6-0 here at Leondorf Field. Marist Red Foxes up, and we will be back in a minute. Leondorf Field, the Marist Red Foxes up 6-0. 4th and 18
41-yard line. Number 12 back to
for
punt,
Pace.
Gene Miller.
Gene Miller back to punt for Pace, and Bruce Harris once again back to receive at the Marist 35-yard line, looking to do what he did last time when he returned a 50-yard punt for a kick. Yes, Brian, bad snap.
Not a bad punt this time. He gets it.
Oh, there's a fumble by Harris. Pace recovers. Big error there by Bruce Harris, and Pace recovers at the 47-yard line, possibly the 48-yard line. 41. Tom Hickman for Pace recovers the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Harris, you know, ran the last one back for a touchdown. I don't know, was he thinking end zone already, but he even, you know, he might have even looked a little intimidated there as, you know, the defense came up the field. It was a high punt. I don't know what happened there. Fumble and Pace. This is their best offense so far. They moved the ball about, 30 so yards there.
Yeah, Marist pretty much moved it for him. And Matt Coleman once again looking to direct his troops. Hopefully with a little more success than he's had. Pace has got about negative yards so far this game. And there's a pitch out. That's number 23. That's Jack McGinnity, who's a junior out of Hawthorne, New York. 175 pounds. Gains about 7 yards. And should be second down in about 3 or 4.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
Gain of 2 yards, excuse me. The way Pace has been playing, any gain looks like a lot to me.
Yeah, well, there's a running game that we thought that, you know, they should go out and get. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one here.
Definitely looks like they're set up with only one wide receiver out to the right. Coleman calling the plays. The defense jumping off sides. Maybe not. And there's McGinnity again. And I believe he even lost a yard on that play. Well, like you said, Brian, Coleman going to the running game, but that's not even doing anything right off the pace.
Yeah, Ed Flanagan, number 55 with the tackle. Nobody home. Nothing now seems to be working for Pace.
They almost seem a little bit intimidated by the Marist defense. They came out here throwing and overthrowing every ball. They seem a little bit nervous out there.
Yeah, they haven't had anything on offense. I guess Marist is, maybe they are making them nervous. I'm surprised. Pace getting intimidated like this though. Marist 0-2.
Coleman going deep, up in the air, looking to number 88, Eric Frink, who had the big game last week against William Patterson. Pace looking for defensive interference, had nothing. Number 23, Tim Carroll on the defense, who's a junior out of Marlborough, Connecticut, went to East Catholic High School. And it's 4th and 9 here for Pace. The Pace offense definitely not getting it together, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know. The Marist defense is now putting a lot of time out there. They're doing a great job, but they've been out there a lot, and Pace hasn't found any answers yet.
And there's the punt. Once again, Harris back, and he just lets the ball roll past him. Good play by Harris. Rolls into the end zone. Marist will take it at their 20-yard line. That was a good play by Harris.
Yeah, Harris with a little juke catch there, fakes the catch, goes into the end zone, gets the ball at the 20 as the Marist offense come out and try to do some damage here in the first quarter, as they really haven't had much of a shot here. Because I have, the run back and then the fumble.
Yeah, this is their first series of downs here with almost 10 minutes gone in the first half. Marist up 6-0. 5 minutes gone, I'm sorry. I'm thinking 20-minute quarters.
Little hoops in your mind this early in the year?
Definitely. Brian McCourt hands off. I believe that was Donnie Diudo. And he gains about 3 yards. Number 56, Jeff DeMeo, and number 30, Mike McNamara on the stop for Pace. How's Marist look early on this first series of downs, Brian?
Well, it looks like, clearly they're trying to establish Diudo with the run and, maybe break some plays in the air. Diudo gets the ball a lot, and I'm sure he will be getting the ball a lot this game.
Must be a good feeling for the offense to know that the defense is out there really playing well and pretty much controlling the game for them. However, they can't sit back. McCourt taking a long time calling the signals, and hands off once again as Diudo breaks a couple tackles, and gets out to the 32-yard line. A gain of about 7 or 8, and that should be a first down, and it is.
Yep, first down for Marist.
I don't know who was on the stop for Pace. They moved the markers. First down and 10 at the Marist 32-yard line.
Yeah, once Dayudo finds a hole, you know, he breaks into the secondary. You know, they're lucky they got him earlier. You know, he'll break some big ones.
Definitely, like you said, great breakaway speed for the sophomore running back. McCourt once again taking his time. And that's Del Preet, number 2, in motion. Flips, Dayudo again. And Dayudo picks up about 4 yards, going on the right side.
Dayudo probably has more yards than the whole Pace offense now. He's giving them the ball, and he's doing the work.
You said it, Brian. Last year, Dayudo with 1,032 yards led the conference as a freshman. Also missed the game, which would have been even more incredible if he had played that game, because he was picking up 200-yard games. Once again, McCourt calling the signals. The Marist offense set. 2nd and 5. And that's a handoff. That was number 2. Hobart Armstrong. I'm sorry, number 21. Hobart Armstrong. And that was no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 9. I'm sorry. Third down and 7. Jeez, I got my downs all confused there. Downs, yardage, I don't know. McCourt may be looking to pass for the first time today on 3rd down. We'll see. And he does. He drops back. He's got the southpaw. He's got the receiver. That was number 84. The tight end was Adam Gibbons, and he drops the pass. How did Marist look at that first series on offense?
They established the running game, definitely. You know, the drop pass there, I don't know if would have got the first down, but you know, they're establishing the running game, and you know, I guess they looked all right. They can't be too upset with the series. I mean, the drop passes, they happen once in a while.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Marist playing well up here in the first quarter. 8:22 left. And the kick is off. And that's Pat Dean back. And that's a Marist bounce. And rolls to the 26-yard line, where Pace will resume the offense. Marist defense back on the field. The kick for Marist was by number 16, Christopher Wigler, who is a freshman out of Syracuse, New York. Marist defense once again on the field, like we said. Hopefully Pace will get something going here, Brian.
Yeah, not a pretty good punt. 38 yards, Marist roll. You know, Marist roll, and here's the defense again. Hopefully get some good field position for the offense.
Once again, Matt Coleman calling the signals for Pace, the Pace University setters. And he hands off.
Nobody home.
That was number 23, Jack McGinnity, once again. And no yards. The Marist defense looking good. I'm sorry, that was Macello, Christian Macello, who was a transfer from Marist. And Jeremy Thode on the stop.
Jeremy Thode, number 39. Just close the hole again. Nothing going for Pace. I don't know. It looks like a long day for Pace. I mean.
It definitely does. Looks like a very long day for Pace. Marist out early.
We have an equipment problem on the field, it looks like, a helmet problem.
Okay, Coleman now set, and he's looking to pass once again, going deep, and he's got nothing there. Great coverage on the play. That was number 23, Tim Carroll, intended for Eric Frank, excuse me. Carroll with great defensive coverage there on that play.
Yeah, the setter's looking to go deep once again. What was that? First down, looking to break something. Oh, 2nd down, now 3rd down, sorry.
Both of us are getting our downs confused, if you pardon our naivety here, if you will. It's now 3rd down, I'm sorry, and 10. And Pace once again. And he hands off. Number number 35. That's James Gregory, who had been a converted defensive lineman against William Patterson last game. Changed his number to number 38, now back at number 35. He's a sophomore out of Harrison, New York. Went to Scarsdale High School. Only gained 3 yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 6, maybe 7 on the play. Marist defense, we can't say it enough, Brian. Just looking really good out here today.
Yeah, they are, and here's, you know, the punting unit once again for pace, and, you know, I don't know, you know, they are not getting anything. I mean, they'll have to discuss something, you know, at the end of the first quarter, or, you know, they're going to have to get some plays from the booth up here, because, you know, what they're calling on the field right now is not working.
Bad snap, partially blocked. Harris once again back to receive it, and it receives a pace bounce, rolls all the way to the 32. Harris has been on the field about as much as the pace offense, certainly getting a workout today. 37-yard punt, and that was number 12, if you can hear the PA announcer in the back. That was Gene Miller, who is a wide receiver along with a punter. Interesting combination there. Marist offense running it 1st and 10 from the 32. McCourt with 2 backs in the backfield. Pitching out to Diudo. Diudo tries to break a tackle. Great tackle. That was number 24, Andy Brzezowski, who had 14 tackles last week. He led this pace team against William Patterson in their loss. And that was a loss of 2 yards there, Brian.
Yeah, he had a big game last week from what we heard from some of the, you know, the pace people around here. And 14 tackles, a big game. They count on him a lot. He's the man, you know, he's the man up there who's got to make the stops.
Okay, Marist with 2nd down and 12 from that 29, maybe 30-yard line. McCourt calling the signals. And he looks to pitch off, drops back. He's got plenty of room. He's going to keep the ball. He's running. And he's got a great tackle downfield. He takes it all the way up to the pace 40-yard line. A gain of about 20, maybe 30 yards on that play.
Yeah, McCourt rolled out, had nobody past it, saw daylight and took it. There was plenty of room out there for him. The secondary for pace didn't respond, and he took advantage of it.
And the tackle was by number 49, Gary Garrison, the defensive captain of this pace team. A gain of 29 yards on the play. Marist now with 1st and 10 at the pace 42-yard line. McCourt calling the signals, perhaps a little bit winded after that play. Pitches out, Diudo once again, going up the middle, and no yardage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Marist looking to mix it up a little bit here, Brian.
Yeah, you know, running some outside plays, passing, going deep, and running it back up the middle. They're showing all their weapons here early.
Yeah, they seem to know that the pace team looks a little intimidated, and when you're intimidated, you're a little bit nervous. You don't seem to think straight. You don't seem to think. Marist once again. 2nd down and 10 or 3rd down and 10? 2nd and 10, I believe. The scoreboard's not working today, if that's any consolation. And that was number 30, right up the middle. Kyle Carrero. Nice play there. Chris DeGrazia with the stop. Good play there by Marist, running it right up the middle, and they got a 1st down on the play, Brian.
Yeah, 1st down, to the 29-yard line. They're getting within field goal range here. It's a long kick now, a couple more plays, you know, a few up the middle, but I'm sure they're going for 6 here.
Definitely going for 6. McCourt once again, 1st and 10, the 29-yard line. A broken play there. And it seemed like it was a botched handoff, and he was tackled at the line of scrimmage, they call it. However, the ball is set 3 yards back. Now at the pace 33-yard line, Marist will be facing
Loss of 4 yards on the play.
a 4-yard loss. Marist will be facing a 2nd down and 14 to go. Pace 34-yard line, like we said. McCourt calling the signals. Number 81, Daniel Phelan, looking to receive, and that's who he goes to. Phelan in the end zone. Touchdown, Marist.
Yep, Phelan ran straight out, sitting there wide open in the end zone. McCourt saw on the sophomore, threw it up there, and Phelan came down, a sophomore, came down, both feet in bounds. Oh no, you need one. Touchdown Marist, if they have to be pleased with the first quarter.
Definitely. 3:26 left here in the first quarter. Marist out to a 12-0 lead. That was a 34-yard touchdown reception by Daniel Phelan. McCourt, like you said, with that southpaw arm rolling out to the left, definitely has an advantage. And Marist looking for the extra point here.
McCourt on for the extra point, I believe, unless they're going for two here. Yeah, well, there's Diudo in the backfield. Pace looking for a timeout.
Attempting a 2-point conversion.
I don't think they're going to get it. Oh, they
did get it. They did get it. The Pace player is frantically yelling for a timeout over on the sideline. Maybe trying to get something together in case Marist wants to try for a 2-point conversion or what have you.
Yeah, I guess they had their, they didn't have the right defense out there. They thought they were going for the field goal, and they didn't see them, Diudo out there, and they needed some more guys up there on the line.
Okay, the score here, 12-0 Marist. And we will be right back when play resumes. Marist looking for the extra point. However, no, they're going for the 2-point conversion. McCourt on the field, looking to throw. And he throws it into the corner. And overthrown, out of bounds. Intended once again for Phelan. That McCourt-Phelan connection. Hoping to be successful 2 times in a row for the Marist team. But not a bad try there, Brian.
Yeah, maybe a little surprise there with Diudo in the, in the backfield. A little bit of a timing pattern. Phelan drifts out towards the corner of the end zone. McCourt throws it up. It's just a little bit long for Phelan, but it mixed it up a little bit. I think that was a bit of a surprise for Pace there. A good play by Marist.
Definitely a good play by Marist. Trying to score as many points as possible when they can. Right now, 12-0.
The lead last week, they have a 12-0 lead last week. I think they know that nothing's safe here, and they're looking to rack up the points. And against Iona a few weeks ago, they had a lead. They need all the points they get. I mean, they don't, not that Coach Party is, expecting it, but, if there's any letdown in the second half, they want to have as many points as possible. We're still in the first quarter. I mean, go for all the points you can get.
And I'm sure Coach Party will be right there to remind him if he sees any letdown on the field. Definitely not wanting this Marist team to go 0-3. Great things expected from the team this season. Looking to kick off once again, Rob Carbone and Pat Dean back for reception for the Pace team. They're definitely getting a good workout also today. And once again, number 43 on the kickoff, Joe Riccardi. And the kick is off. Not a very good kick whatsoever. And taken, bobbled at the 31, maybe 32-yard line of Pace. And that was number 14, Angelo Barone. Very short kick from Marist. And the defense and offense, once again, back out on the field.
Yep, Marist defense, getting their work done. They're getting a workout today.
Definitely seeing a lot of action today, Brian.
Yeah, they'll be tired tomorrow. They'll be happy it's Sunday.
33-yard kick on the play.
Certainly, the offensive players got to be laughing at the defense, saying, boy, you guys look pretty tired out there. Marist defense out there once again. Like we said, Matt Coleman calling the plays. And another bad pass reception. Penalty marker on the field. I don't know why. Maybe calling for pass interference. They were throwing where the ball was supposed to be caught. Coleman with another bad pass intended, I believe, for number 81, who is James Taylor. What's the penalty looking right now, Brian? Looking like pass interference to you?
I guess they have pass interference on that. I didn't see much contact there.
Defensive pass interference.
There are a lot of flags out there though, so maybe I missed that one.
It was indeed defensive pass interference. And Pace receives an automatic first down at the 39-yard line.
Marist moving the ball for Pace once again. Penalties, fumbles. Looks like the only way Pace is able to move the ball here early.
Definitely. It seems like the Marist defense has more yards than the Pace offense. Once again, the setters taking their time in the huddle. Trying to get something going here. Coleman, once again, ready to call the signals. The Marist defense back. Coleman, one receiver out to the left. And he rolls out to his left, looking downfield. He's got nothing there. And once again, out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, we might have a clip on Pace here as the quarterback rolled out. It looked like one of the guys on the line might have clipped one of the Marist players here going for the quarterback. We'll see.
Coleman's thrown numerous balls out of bounds today. That had to be at least his third or fourth. He has yet to make any completions. It's 0 for 7. Pace right now working on about 2 or 3 yards. I'm sorry, I was just told Coleman is 0 for 5, not 0 for 7, adding to his terrible day. Right now it's second down, I'm sorry, and we're waiting to see how many yards they have to go. The penalty has yet to be distributed by the referee.
Yeah, they look a little lost out there. They've been talking about this one for a while. Yeah, we got an illegal block on Pace. 15-yard penalty, it looks like.
penalty being marched off.
Okay, so Pace certainly not helping themselves out with certainly a poor offensive day. Now just adding to that, losing yardage because of penalties. The ball now back at the Pace 24-yard line. It's going to be first down.
25, I believe.
25 to go.
It looks like they might be going to the air here, although they are in the I formation.
And yes, he does go to the air, as you said, Brian. Looking for a completion, almost. It was tipped. Intended for Eric Frank, almost intercepted.
Yeah,
Good
Leroy
coverage
Graham
there.
almost got his hands on that one. Diving effort. It was a pretty good pass that time.
Good coverage by number 28, Leroy Graham, as you said, and number 22, assisted on the play, Kevin Simonetti, a junior defensive back from Millbrook, New York. Went to Lord's High School, right from around here. Second down and 25. The Pace 24-yard line. Coleman looking to get something together here.
Could have been completed.
Coleman calling his plays. Marist in the 4-3-3. 4-3-4. And Coleman carries the ball himself, trying to get something going. Got about 5 on the play. Looking at a 3rd and 20 now, Brian.
Yeah, the quarterback keeper there looked like a little bit of, an option play. He could have pitched, I guess, but he held it. Look at it do the job by himself on the ground. He's not getting it done in the air, that's for sure.
Definitely not. Coleman, 3rd and 20. They've now faced in the first quarter a 4th and 27, a 4th and 18, 4th and 9, now 3rd and 20. Definitely not looking at good yards in the initial plays here by the setters. And pass rush right away, and Coleman throws the ball out of bounds. Once again, Marist looking at the officials for maybe some intentional grounding, but Coleman now incomplete once again, throwing the ball out of bounds more than it seems to be throwing it to his receivers.
Yeah, Pace's offense, their first and second down plays, they're either drawing, getting penalties called on them, or they're losing a lot of yards by, quarterback sacks, a bad run, and they're ending up with long downs, 3rd and 20, 3rd and 7, 3rd and long every time. I mean, they can't run 3rd and 20 plays. I mean, those are, they don't want to be running those plays all day.
Exactly. Harris once again back to receive. A very high punt, and once again, it takes a Pace bounce. Turns out to be a very good punt for the Pace team at the Marist 21-yard line. And out there to punt, wow, a 50-yard punt we were just told. No return, that was Gene Miller. That was his 4th punt, I believe, of the day. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Marist starting from the 21-yard line with a 12-0 lead. Brian McCourt, once again, going to direct the troops up the field.
Maybe they'll get one more in here by the quarter, even though they're not going to rush it. A minute 57 left in the first quarter.
Definitely. Look to put Pace away early. Marist. Handoff to Diudo. Breaks a tackle and stumbles for about 12 yards. Great job there by Diudo.
Yeah, Diudo just kept his legs moving. He got hit a few times. He bounced back up, got his legs going, and picked up some more yards. I mean, the second effort. I mean, he just keeps going. He doesn't stop. He looks real determined out there. He had a great year last year after Marist. They started off, I think they got blown out the first game of the year last year. They came back and won, I think, the rest of their games last year. Hopefully, Marist will do that again, and Diudo has to be a big part of that, and he has to have runs like that all the time.
Yep, Diudo, a very small back at 5'8", 162 pounds. However, as you just saw in that play, very difficult to tackle. He's got incredible speed, great breakaway strength.
First and 10 for Marist.
He's a very well put together young man. Marist did get the first down. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. Minute and 33 seconds as the clock ticks away. McCourt calling his signals. Number 81 Phelan out to the left. Daiuto in motion. I think Delpreet out to the right. Hands off. And that's Hobart.
Ball carried by Armstrong.
Armstrong on the play. Carries for about 4 yards.
And number 50.
7-yard gain, I'm sorry. Marist now looking at second down and 3. I'm sorry, is that third down and 3, Brian, or second down and 3? It says second down on the second down and 4.
At the 37.
The scoreboard seems to be down ahead or down behind every time. McCourt once again calling his signals. He's got Phelan to the left, Delpreet to the right. I-back formation in the backfield. Taking his time once again, and a handoff to Daiuto. Getting a workout today. Daiuto, there he goes, breaks away up to the Marist, up to the 50-yard line at midfield, maybe the 49. Gain of about 12 on the play. Daiuto looking good here today, Brian.
Yeah, Daiuto saw some daylight. I couldn't even see him in there. He's so small, but found the opening, took it to the hole, taken down by the Pace secondary. Daiuto has quite a few yards. We'll try to get how many yards he has already shortly.
Once again, McCourt calling the plays. First down and 10, the 49-yard line. He's back, looking to pass. And he's running. Oh, great. He's sacked back at the 39-yard line. That was number 13, Chris DeGrazia, who's a sophomore, Pleasantville, New York.
A loss of 11 yards on the
Loss of 11 yards. Marist will be looking at second down in about 21. End of the first quarter here. Marist up 12-0, and we will be back at Leondor Field in a moment. On a beautiful day at Marist College.
At the 38.
McCourt calling his signals. Marist up 12-0. Good first quarter there, Brian.
Excellent first quarter by Marist, as they're running what they want. They seem to do what they want here. Daiuto takes it up the middle there, doesn't get much, but the offense looks good, the defense looks good. The Pace defense looking a little better, I think, that last series. They had that long, drop they put McCourt for. They had all the receivers were covered. But Marist usually, though, making, not on that play, but on other plays, they make something when there's nothing there. And that's what they're, the McCourt rolling out, finding somebody open or just running down the field for 20 yards.
Exactly. Marist now, a gain of no yards on that play. Looking at third down and 20 because of the penalty. I'm sorry, because of the sack. Now going from left to right across the field because of the change of quarters. Looking up the field, McCourt, and he's going to take it himself up to the 45-yard line.
Ball carried by
with about a gain of about
first out of downs at the
5.
35-yard line.
And it's going to be 4th and 15, and the Red Fox is going to look to punt here.
Yeah, they're looking to punt. Now, just comment, I look at my watch here. That was a pretty long first quarter we had there. It took about 45 minutes. At least it's not too hot. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week up here in Poughkeepsie is about 90 degrees. Thursday cooled off, and there's the punt. Good punt.
Almost blocked by the Pace setters, and it takes a Marist bounce. The ball seems to be bouncing in favor of the defensive teams today. No return. Pat Dean just let it roll, and it's back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 30-yard punt there.
35-yard punt by Marist.
It looked like there might be a penalty as the kicker got hit there, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, the kicker was rushed by the Pace team. Pace did a great job of rushing him. I can't believe they didn't block the punt. Now Pace at the 20-yard line, looking to begin their offensive surge. Hopefully the second quarter they can put something together here. And Matt Coleman was 0 for 7. Rolling out and looking to throw, and great defensive play. Intended for Pat Dean there, and that was number 22, Kevin Simonetti. He's been in on most of the pass plays today, Brian.
Yeah, Kevin Simonetti, excuse me, the defensive back from Millbrook, New York. You know, had good coverage on him all the time. The pass looked like it was going to be completed. He stuck his hand in there at the last second to break it up. Great play by Simonetti.
Pace now 0 for 8, or I should say Matt Coleman 0 for 8. Completion-wise, not having a good day.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if they might make a I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but if they make a change soon here. They're busted play there, it looked like.
And Coleman holds the ball. Now they're at the 16, back at the 16-yard line, a loss of 4. The Pace offensive line, I mean, we got to give Coleman a little bit of credit. He just doesn't have any time out there today. He seems to be having to get rid of the ball almost instantly at the moment of the snap.
Yeah, he is getting rushed out of the pocket, but having to roll out every time. You know, it is tough on the quarterback. It's hard making throws on the run like that. But you know, he's 0 for 8. You know, I don't know. Maybe a change in there would do something for the offense.
Yeah, it's definitely, just looking at him, the Marist defensive line is definitely overpowering of the Pace offensive line. Looking long, and right there, that was Coleman's fault right there. Looking once again for, it seems to be his #1 receiver, James Taylor, and overthrown on that play.
Yeah, 0 for 9. He just, you know, simply overthrew him. I don't think he had any pressure that time. Drop back to pass. Good coverage by the Marist defense. Nobody was home. James Taylor couldn't bring it down.
4th and 14, the 16-yard line, and Bruce Harris back to receive, looking for some good field position here for the Marist team. Back to punt once again.
I believe this is the 6th time he's back to punt already here in the second quarter.
Gene Miller.
Are we going for a record here or what?
Seems to be that. And a punt, looking, and once again, maybe not. It seemed to have taken a Pace bounce. However, it bounced back and taken up at midfield.
A 34-yard punt by
34-yard punt. Gene Miller. And Marist offense back on the field.
Yeah, it almost hit. It looked like John Taylor was running down the field there. It looked like it almost hit him in the back. He got to get away from that ball. Almost a mistake there, as he almost got hit with the ball.
Okay, Marist, once again with that 12-0 lead, looking to add to it. The ball at midfield. McCourt calling his signals. Got 2 receivers, one to the right, one to the left. He hands off. That's number 37, Julian Wise, who's a sophomore out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. He's the farthest away from home on this Marist team. Most of the players from either New York or New England. And that was a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 at the Pace 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was interesting. Ohio, I was going to say Hawaii there. You know, most of the players from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts.
Yeah, they all seem to be from the northeast vicinity. McCourt pitches back once again, and that's Wise. With a gain of about 2 or 3, it should be third and either. Third and about 4. There was a gain of 1. Marist now facing 3rd and 4, like I said, at the Pace 40, at the Pace 44-yard line. I can't get my.
I don't think I see any players on the roster though from Rhode Island, your home state.
No, nobody from Rhode Island. They all seem to stick at the hometown college at URI or either Providence College. McCourt handing off. Julian Wise once again. He was on all 3 plays in that series of offense. And we have a 3rd announcer here in the booth. We have a very pesky bee.
Yeah, yellow jacket. Maybe he's after us out there for Pace, wearing the same colors today.
Definitely. Marist punting.
The punt for Marist, Dean back to receive for Pace.
Well, we've seen a number of punts today, Brian.
Yeah, really. More punts than anything else in this game, that's for sure.
And the snap, and that's going right to left.
Angle toward the sideline.
Takes a Marist bounce. That was a great punt because the angle off towards the sideline, and it took a Marist bounce towards the middle of the field. It's now at the Pace 16-yard line.
26-yard punt by
and that was a 26-yard punt.
No return.
I noticed the cheerleaders down there for Pace trying to get something going. I don't know about the fans, though. They're not too vocal down there.
No, definitely not. The cheerleaders for Pace down there and the Red Fox for Marist certainly doing his job, trying to get the Marist fans going, but the Marist team's doing their job, and
Nice crowd here for Marist today.
definitely a nice crowd on this beautiful, very beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky.
Great day for football.
With a slight breeze, and this is number 7 with a high pass. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice the quarterback change. That's Mark Klausner, who is now in there for Matt Coleman, who obviously wasn't doing the job. He was 0 for 9, and that was overthrown as well. Klausner throwing it over to the sidelines, and what do you think here of Pace's quarterback change, Brian?
I think it was a good idea. I was just saying that, last series that maybe a change is doing good. He trying to go, deep on the first down. He's a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore, weighs 190 pounds. He's from New Brunswick, New Jersey. He's back to the draw play there.
Draw play. You see that Marist fooled. Red Fox's defense did a good job of recovering on that play. They're all looking upfield at first. However, they did a good job and tackled the Pace running back, who was Marcello, for no gain. Pace once again looking at 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 on the play.
Gain of 1, I was told, on that play. And yes, like I said, 3rd and 9.
Eric Fink brought in the play there as James Taylor came out. Let's see if Fink's going to be getting them, looking at Fink here. I think they will be.
Fink on double coverage.
Maybe not.
And Klausner looking to Fink. And Fink, Klausner with the pass maybe a little bit short, and actually not very good reception from, not very good, defensive coverage from Marist. They had 2 players on him, and Fink managed to get free.
Yeah, Fink coming back to the ball there. He came back a little more. He might have had it. As I believe now, Pace combined quarterbacks 0 for 10. You got to complete some of those passes. I mean, to win, you're going to have to complete some of the passes and, run the ball efficiently, and they're not doing either right now, and that's why they're down on the scoreboard 12-0.
At least one or the other would be good. Like you said, Pace not doing either. Once again, a punt, good snap, and not a bad kick. Harris misjudged at the beginning, takes it at the 50-yard line, and he's down the sidelines again for a gain of about 16. Harris having a good day now for a total of about 66 yards.
An 18-yard
return. And that was another punt by the kicker.
1st and 10 for Marist at the Pace 33.
Gene Miller for the setters, and the ball at the Marist 33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Sometimes Harris has got the ball in the punt when he kicks. He looks a little bit like the Rocket back there. He finds a hole and he takes it.
Yeah, the times he can catch it, he dropped it a couple of times. But he's done a good job today. McCourt at the line of scrimmage. And he hands off. And that is Wise again. Wise breaks free for a tackle. And he has a touchdown, Marist. Julian Wise, the 2nd quarter man here for the Marist Red Foxes.
A 33-yard touchdown.
33-yard touchdown run for the sophomore.
Julian Wise found a hole and took it. The Pace defense nowhere to be seen on that one. He had all the daylight in the world. Marist looking to put it away early here in the 2nd quarter. Maybe they'll get some of the guys who don't play too often into the game here. They still want some more yet, but Marist is doing an outstanding job. They are just, blocking everybody. Pace isn't doing anything. They cannot stop him, it doesn't look like.
The extra point is good. There is a flag on the play, however.
There's a penalty marker on the field.
Like we said earlier, Brian, Marist seems to be the hungrier of the 2 teams today. We both said that they should be coming in here hungry. Pace may be hungry, but I'll tell you, all they're tasting right now is the Marist dust. It's 18-0, Marist. 9:32 left here in the 2nd quarter. And
did you catch a penalty? I don't know what's going on there. There was the flag. Looks like 2 defensive captains out there. I don't know what's quite going on.
Against Pace.
The penalty was against Pace. Too many men on the field. That's the 2nd time in this half they've done that. So the score now 19-0, Marist.
Yeah, I don't know. If the Pace's coaching staff is a little at fault there. That's twice now. That's obviously something wrong. There's been a few major penalties on Pace now. There's definitely a communication problem out there.
Definitely. Pace has had a few botched plays. The offensive and defensive coordinators don't seem to be doing their jobs. not for anything. I'm sure they do it better than I do, but today they just don't seem to be communicating to their players on the field.
The penalty there, they're going to take it off on the kickoff, 15-yard penalty. You might see a little bit of kind of a pop-up kick here. Place the guy maybe close to his end line, or maybe he'll just hit it on the ground, and Marist hopefully pin him back towards the goal line and get great field position again on O.
Pace once again with Carbone and Dean back to receive the kickoff. Number 43, like we mentioned, Joe Riccardi kicking off once again. All the kickers getting their share of work today, except for, of course, the Pace place kicker, because Pace has yet to put any points on the board. Marist taking that time in the huddle, and they're ready for the kickoff. And Riccardi, like you said, Brian, a high pop-up kick, and that's received. That looks like number 41 for Pace. A good hit on the play. That's Tom Bookman. And that's number 22 again, Kevin Simonetti. Seems to be on every tackle today.
Yeah, he's all over the place. The defense has to be, credited what's going on before. They're making have Pace come in, 4 downs, and the offense out. Marist offense gets the ball. They're running their plays, and they're getting points. They have the ball so much. I mean, Pace, they're not getting anything on offense. The Marist defense holding them to 4 plays, and Marist comes back out with the ball.
Okay, Pace with Klausner still in there. No, I'm sorry, Matt Coleman's back. Klausner not doing the job. Didn't really get a chance in there. Maybe Coleman on his second wind can get something going for Pace. Looking to throw, and he's got Pat Dean. Makes a great catch at the 46-yard line. Great reception by Dean. That's the first reception. He seems to be shooken up on the play, however. Great reception. Coleman with his first completion of the day for a 28-yard gain.
Yeah, that time he had plenty of time. Came back to pass. Beautiful pass. I mean, right on the sideline. Great catch. He seems to be down on the play. I don't know if it's his hand or what, but a beautiful pass there. He's not even going to report back into the game as he's injured on the sideline.
Okay, Frank, excuse me, in there along with Taylor for the receivers, and there's an official timeout on the field due to the fact that Dean was hurt. However, we resume play. Coleman now looking for his second completion of the day. Was that their first down today? False start.
Yeah, offense is moving. Number 60 there.
Penalty markers on the field.
That was Mike Reed, who had previously been hurt today, obviously back in the game. Maybe a little antsy on his first play, just being on the sideline the first quarter. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty, second down and 15. First and 15, excuse me. They decline the down.
Mike Reed, a big guy, 225-pound sophomore from Stratford, Connecticut. Jumped on the play.
One of the biggest players on the team, along with Gregory, who's 235 pounds. Coleman once again. That's Taylor in motion. Coleman rolling out, and Taylor just drops the ball. Good pass by Coleman. Taylor just did not catch it. Incomplete pass. Pace will try again. Second down and 15 from their 41-yard line. The Marist defense seems to be ready almost instantaneously, whereas the Pace offense is just taking their time, it seems, Brian.
Yeah, they, it looks like, Pace is confused. Marist knows what they want to do. They're going after it. They're not letting them get any yards. I mean, they had the one big play. I doubt if Pace scores here. I mean, the defense is just all over the place.
Once again, Taylor in motion, and he throws a good block, actually. Coleman looking downfield. Oh, that's a great catch. Eric Frink had to turn himself around in like a 180. Coverage is by number 23, Tim Carroll. And actually, Carroll, I think, could have done a better job on the coverage there. He was all over Eric Frink, excuse me. However, Frink just managed to make the catch without any interference whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe Coleman's picking up a little confidence now. He throws 2 long passes. Marist defense is superb, but a little bit maybe weak coverage there. Nice. First one was a nice pass by Coleman. A little confidence. you know, it could change the game around. And
Okay, Coleman now with his second completion, excuse me. Frank with a great catch. He did like a 180, spun around and caught that ball.
Pat Dean back in the ball game. He's up from the sideline. He's okay. That's good.
Okay, that's Taylor in motion. And Dean, like you said, they're looking to Dean, looking deep, and that's over his head into the sidelines. Coverage there was by number 40, Brian Oles, who was a sophomore out of Hyde Park. Another young man from this area. Pace, 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Now the scoreboard is working. So we have no excuse to call the wrong downs. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, Brian.
Coleman is now 2 for 13, 57 yards.
Coleman now 2 for 13. And 2 for 15 altogether for the Pace quarterbacks. We don't have the Coleman looking, and he runs, and he's got room. Throws a fake, does a good job running there. Coleman gaining a little bit of confidence here, like you said, Brian, up to the Marist 4 or 6 yard line. I can't see which side of the hash mark it's on as they move the markers down the field.
Yeah, Coleman's not looking as tentative now. I mean, he saw the opening, he just took. He didn't wait around, you know, in the pocket there, waiting for somebody to come open. He saw an opening, he went after it. He took it hard.
I'm sorry, I said it was on the 6 yard. It's at the 11-yard line. Coleman now looking in his own end zone for the first time today.
Oh,
and looking for Frank.
Wow. They wanted a flag on that play. It looked like a little contact down there.
Yes, that was Tim Carroll once again. I'm sorry, that was number 22, Kevin Simonetti, who seems to be on every play today. Like you said, Frank looking for a little bit of pass interference, but that seems to be good coverage by Simonetti. Over in the court of the end zone. Ball still at the 11-yard line. Coleman
2nd and 10.
looking to put some points on the board. First time today for Pace. Coleman in motion. Complete. Number 23 to Musetti. That's McGinnity. I'm sorry, Jack McGinnity. That's a touchdown for Pace. The first 6 points on the board. Pace has got to be happy with that.
Yeah, really. It took them a long time to get it in, but they finally punched in. How many, series they've had. They punched so many times to get their offense going. Coleman looking good now. I mean, he threw a lot of, incomplete passes. They put in a new quarterback. They they took him out, put Coleman back again, completed a few passes, and 19-6. I mean, they're still in it. It's early in the second quarter still.
Jack McGinnity with the touchdown. A junior, 5'7", a little guy out there, 175 pounds from Hawthorne, New York. And the kick is up, and it's good. A good kick.
The extra point is
And
good.
that's by Garrison for 49. With 8 minutes, 10 seconds, it's 19-7. Marist Red Foxes are in control. Marist Red Foxes over the Pace Setters, 19-7.
Kicking off for Pace.
Kicking off for Pace, who we see for the first day, for the first time today, is Scott Plushow. And it's at the Pace 35. Back to receive for Marist is number 37, Wise, who scored the last touchdown for Marist. And number 81, Phelan.
Wise having a big day for Pace here, as the onside kick that is totally botched, and there's the flag. It looked like he just turned around and kicked it at the Marist players there.
Maybe a little bad blood between number 19, Scott Plushow, and the Marist players. He seemed to just kick it right at him. That was botched, wasn't the word for that onside kick.
Penalty called against Pace.
And the penalty called, of course, because the kick failed to go 10 yards. The kick failed to go anywhere, basically. And Plushow certainly not going to want to hear from the Pace coach when he gets back to the sidelines. Marist declines the penalty, and they'll take it over at the Pace 35-yard line.
That is a terrible mistake. I mean, look where Marist is getting the ball. Onside kick this early, I don't know about that call.
So Marist resumes their offense. McCourt once again calling the plays. Number 21 is Armstrong.
Ball carried by
And he gets about
Armstrong.
2 or 3 yards on that
And
play.
stop number 36, Charles Dorup, and number 17, Chris
Pace defense not
DeGrazia.
doing too bad of a job out here for the time they've been out here today, Brian.
Yeah, they have been out there a long time, and well, they must, they're probably going to start to get tired soon. I mean, it's a cool day out, but that sun gets hot, and they've been out there a long time. Marist driving the ball once again with great field position.
The sun indeed does get hot. We're up here on the roof of the press box. MCTV.
Get stuck up on the roof. That's all right.
I guess they figured, they put ESPN below us. And up the middle, Wise.
Ball carried by Diudo.
I'm sorry, that was Diudo
It
with
had
the
a
carry.
stop number 99.
Had nowhere to go. I believe he lost a yard. The Marist running game it seems to be either getting long yardage on a play or they get no yardage whatsoever.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Just over the 31-yard line.
The long play, the big play, they've had a few of them, right? They've had a couple of long runs, and then a few times they're just getting jammed up at the line here. I don't see any, 4 or 5 yard games.
That's okay, though. Marist will take the big plays. That's for sure. McCourt calling his signals. Number 2, Daniel Delpreet out. And Diudo over to the left. And he's got plenty of room. Breaks a couple tackles. Spins up to the pace 12-yard line. Good run there by Diudo. Like we said, there's a long yardage play. It's either no yards or long yards. That was about a gain of about 15 there on the play.
And there's a man they're going to give it to if they're going to get a big play. Diudo
19 yards out
took it down 19 yards. I believe he's got has to be over 50 yards now. He's carried the ball 11 times for 53 yards, as a matter of fact.
And McCourt, if we could get the numbers on McCourt on his completions, he's been basically pitching the ball out all day. Diudo looking for some more yardage. Gain of about 2 or 3. McCourt should be 2nd and 7. Go ahead, Brian.
McCourt has ran the ball a few times. He's seven carries for 25 yards.
That's pretty good for a quarterback, averaging about 4 yards a carry, considering.
Yeah, we'll try to get what the stats of what his passing is. He's having a good day all around. So is the Marist offense.
Okay, it's 2nd down and 7 on the 9-yard line. Phelan, Delpreet, the receivers, and he hands off. There's Diudo once again, fighting for about 3 yards. Up to the the pace 5-yard line. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter here.
Chris DeGrazia.
Off of Route 9. Diudo not really getting much yards there. Yeah. However, Marist doing a good job there, getting the ball into pace territory, obviously, and looking for another touchdown.
Yeah, that was 2nd and 10. He picked up 3 yards, 3rd and 7. Probably be going to the air here.
It's on the 5-yard line. And Diudo, once again, head down, and he gets stopped. He's got about 1 or 2 yards to go for the first down. Gain of about 4. 3 or 4.
Think they'll go for it here, Ross? Put him away maybe, or what?
I look for him to go for it here. Marist looking good. Be nice to see Coach Party show a little confidence in his offense. However, if he doesn't go for it, play a little conservative. Maybe the fact that they lost when they were up 12-0 last game, maybe they'll just take as many points as they can get when they can get them. McCourt running off the field, and we do have a timeout called by Marist. I believe that's what they are going to decide about, whether or not to go for it or to settle for the 3 points. And we will be right back. Marist with a big decision, and they're going for it.
3 backs in the backfield. What do we got here?
No receivers out there. Obviously going to run. I see no one going in motion. McCourt with the play. Everyone waiting to see what happens here. And Diudo, powers through, and he does not. He may get the first down, however.
First down there. It's going to be close.
They may bring the chains out to measure it. Diudo did a good job. Got behind his blockers. Just pretty much fought. I mean, he's got those little legs, but boy, they're powerful. He just pretty much pushed everybody and surged right up to the 1-yard line.
Looks like a little bit of Oklahoma power offense there.
Definitely. There's an official timeout on the field here. Pace defense did a good job, and out come the chains. We'll measure the ball.
What do you think? I think they got it here.
Let's hope so. It looks like it's a first down. as the referee indicates.
First down for Marist.
Marist College now with their first down.
3 yards on the play. Marist
They'll have
has
four
first
punches
and
now to
goal
bang it in
on
for the
2-yard
touchdown.
line.
Coach Party going for as many points as he can.
And on the scoreboard, first down and 0 yards to go. They're basically on the goal line. They've got 4 plays to get it in, and hopefully they can do it. McCourt with the play. Hands off, Diudo, and he's in there for no signal yet. The Marist team
Marist
signaling.
think they got it.
However, they're a little bit biased. I don't think so.
Too bad they don't get to call the touchdown. They'd have more than they have now.
Second and goal
Gain
at the 1.
of 1 yard.
Gotta be the 1 foot line here. I mean,
The ball was on pretty much on the goal line last play, so officials pretty much making up yards as they go, I guess. Second down and goal.
same formation once again. Look for Diudo to get the ball one more time.
Looking for his strength. Get it in there. And McCourt just takes it himself. Touchdown, Marist College.
Touchdown Marist.
25-7 with 3:33 left in the second quarter. That was Brian McCourt running in for the touchdown, or pretty much just walking in for the touchdown, lunging in, however you want to call it, sticking the ball over the goal line. That's about all he had to do. But Marist paid off there with their little risk.
Yeah, a lot of, they put on a lot of points so far this half. The offense, defense doing a great job putting on the points. They're going to try for the extra point here.
And the extra point is off. Matt Lynch misses. Not too happy about it as he bangs his helmet on the ground.
A couple kicking botches this game. That's two extra point misses by Marist. A more than botched onside kick by Pace.
We've certainly seen a few punts mishandled and fumbled around here and there, so the kicker is definitely getting a share of play today.
Well, Marist won't have to worry about the missed field goals if they keep missed extra points. They keep playing like this, so.
Yeah, definitely not. With the 18-point lead,
9 plays, 45 yards.
suffice it to say they can sit pretty for a little while here. I'm sure Coach Party's not telling them that.
Kicking off for Marist.
Once again, kicking off, Joe Riccardi.
Back deep to receive for Pace. Number 1, Pat Dean.
Pat Dean and Carbone are back.
Rob Carbone.
Carbone and Dean have had their share of chances today to run something back, but
Haven't broken one yet. Maybe they.
no, they said Riccardi's done a good job of placing his kicks.
Man, they'll be hoping for one now with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely trying to get Pace some good field position when the offense comes on the field. And Riccardi setting the special teams, and there's the kick. And it's a short kick, and that's Carbone. And he's got nowhere to go. And he gains about 10 yards. The tackle there was by number 46, David Caldwell.
And on the tackle is number 6.
It's interesting, Riccardi kicks the ball. He's a big guy. He kicks it up there, and he goes down there and tries to get right in the play.
Also on the tackle, along with Caldwell, was Bruce Harris. That was a 7-yard return on the play. The ball's at the 33-yard line for Pace. And Coleman, once again, looking to get some offense on the board. They did a good job last time.
Wouldn't be sad to see that roll out again. It might be a good idea to mix it up, maybe a bootleg or something like that.
Go long, maybe. Some kind of flea flicker, even. They got to get something going here. Coleman rolls out and taken down. Big sack, number 40, Brian Oles.
Marist saw that all the way. They saw it all the way coming. I mean, there's no variation in the Pace offense right now. They see the roll coming. They're expecting it. I mean, they throw a fake maybe at him right now. Pace maybe breaks a big play.
Second down and 17, a loss of 7. Oles pretty much had Coleman targeted the minute he snapped the ball, and there was nobody there to stop Oles. Basically had a free ride right into the backfield. Coleman now looking 17 yards up to the first down marker. And he's got Pat Dean and his sole receiver, and that's who he's looking to. Lofts it high for Dean, and it was out of his reach. Dean double covered by number 23, Tim Carroll, and number 6, Bruce Harris.
I don't know, exactly, why was he throwing that ball? He was double covered. He looks like he stepped back. It looked like he had a, predetermined receiver out there. He stepped back and, just kind of threw it to him. He was double covered. I mean, he got open a little bit, but he was definitely covered.
Okay, 3rd down and 17 now. The Pace offense setting up on the line.
Long down again, 3rd and 17 from the 26.
2:33 left to play in the half. And there's Coleman looking once again to pass. He's got Frink. Frink's going deep, and Harris with the interception. Frink was out of bounds. Frink was out of bounds when that pass was thrown. That was great defensive pass coverage. And Bruce Harris with a nice interception there.
Great catch by Harris. He concentrated on the ball all the way, grabbed it with one hand, pulled it back in. Once again, I don't know where the pass was going, a little bit of double coverage there, but nice play by Harris. As Marist is going to get one more shot at it here to put some more points on the board. I think put the game out of reach.
It seems to me, Brian, that Coleman at the beginning of each play, no matter who's covered or how well they're covered, he's going to throw the ball no matter what. If he finds a receiver he's going to throw it to, then he's going to throw it to him anyway. It seems like he doesn't even care if he's covered or not. He doesn't seem to have a good sense of who's covered or not. Field.
Yeah, Diudo carries at that time. They're keeping it on the ground. Maybe take a little bit of time off the clock here, and hopefully bang one in before the half. Getting back to Coleman, he is throwing the ball. I don't know, ill-advised, but they keep going back to the plays. I don't know, is that what that's in their offense? As McCourt backs the pass here, as it's incomplete, but.
That pass was intended for Hobart Armstrong. McCourt was in trouble there. Did a good job of getting rid of the ball. Marist facing 3rd down and 6. I'm sorry, it's 2nd down and 7 here. The scoreboard saying 3rd down and 6, but with 1 minute and 51 seconds left to go, Marist just pretty much wants to keep the ball, if not, at least score some more points. Looking to run the ball, Diudo, and he stumbles maybe a yard.
Yeah, Will Wortman tripped him up in the backfield. Marist didn't do a good job there. They should have tried to run more of the clock out there, but here comes the punting unit. Hopefully we'll get a good boot here, and Pace won't have a chance to put it in the end zone.
4th and 6. Number 16, Christopher Wigler, punting to the lone receiver, Pat Dean, who is set back at the 35-yard line of Pace. Wigler looking to get a good punt off here with 1 minute 16, not trying to give Pace any kind of field position whatsoever. He got a good snap, plenty of protection, and a good punt. Dean takes at the 32, and he's hit about 5 yards upfield.
And on the stop was number
He's up at the 40-yard line. Number 66, Steve Mahar, on the hit.
Some big-time hitting going on in there. I heard some pops. I don't know. You think Pace is going to go for it here? I mean, they haven't been passing the ball very well today. They haven't passing the ball a lot. I mean, do you think they'll go for it here?
I think each play they're going to look for something big. Definitely. I mean, obviously they'll look for something big on any play, but I think purposely they're going to look for something big. As he's looking to go long, 59, under a minute. Wow. Coleman throwing to the referee, it seems, on that one. Under a minute to go here in the first half.
Yeah, we're down to 55 seconds left in the half. If I was Pace, I'd be real careful here. I mean, that pass right there, I don't know. Nobody was looking for the ball. They're lucky, one of the Marist players didn't come up with that and bring it back.
2nd and 10.
Okay, Pace now 2nd and 10. Coleman, I believe with only 2 receptions. Those 2 he made on that offensive drive. 2 completions, excuse me. And there's the snap. There's the play we were talking about. Somewhat of a tricky play. The snap went to number 27, Christian Marcello. However, Marist wasn't really caught off guard. They did a good job of recovering on that play, Brian.
Yeah, number 27 just stepped in there, picked off the snap, a little intercepted from his quarterback there. He got a few plays. Maybe that would have, a few yards. Maybe that'd be better, in the middle of the quarter somewhere, not at the end of the half.
The clock ticks. And there's the pass by Coleman. Intended for Christian Masello. And 26 seconds left to go here in the first half.
4th down and 4.
Here's
Fourth
another
and
punt
four.
by the Pace offense.
Back to receive the punt for
26
Marist,
seconds left in the half.
Harris.
G. Miller's got to have a sore foot at this point. With about 7 or 8 punts already in this first half alone. I'd be curious to know what the record is. I'm sure it was set in the Penn State game a couple weeks ago when they won 81-0. However, this game certainly looking like a one-sided affair right now. Bad snap. Marist trying everything to do to block it. Harris once again taking it, reversing directions, and he's going backwards, and he's got basically nowhere to go. 14 seconds. Now the clock stops at 14. Marist at their 20-yard line.
And number 49, Gary Garrison.
Harris with a loss of about 3 or 4 yards on that play. And what do you think? You think Marist will just snap the ball and hold it
Snap
here?
and sit on it and go to the half, be happy. Pace, their best coverage of the day right there on that kickoff. They should have had more of those. Harris broken a few. They got to talk about that at halftime. Yeah, I'm sure they'll just sit on the ball here. I can't see anything else happening.
McCourt. Just to run through some of the official statistics of the first half. Score, like we said, 25-7. First downs, Marist with 8, Pace with 4. Rushes, we said 190, it was 182. As we see the ball's on the ground, and it looks like Pace recovered it.
Wise with a return for Marist.
Wise did bring the ball back for the return. It's Marist's ball. Pace running off the field, whispering sweet nothings to the crowd. Like I was getting back to the stats from the first half. First downs, Marist with 8, Pace with 4. Yardage, 182 for Marist, 39 for Pace. Passing yardage, 34 for Marist. Pace with the advantage there was 67. That was Rush's yardage, I said before that. I'm sorry. Yardage lost for Marist, 18. Pace, 27 yards lost rushing. As you see McCourt setting up for the play. Diudo handed off, and Diudo gains about 6 yards.
Ball carried by Diudo.
To bring up 2nd down and 4. Total offense, Marist 198, Pace 79. Punts, Marist with 4, an average of 29.9 each punt. Pace, Brian, you were noting earlier, Pace with 8 punts in the first half.
The offense is out there, you know, they're not out there long, and the punters, you know, he's getting his workout. I hope he ate his Wheaties this morning.
Marist setting up the offense. 2nd down and 4. It's the 30-yard line. 14 minutes to go. And it looks like, yeah, another fumble or some kind of botched up play. Once again, Marist recovers. Marist seems to be a little bit out of sync at the beginning of this half. I'm sure Coach Party will let him know if he doesn't like what he's seeing. Penalties first half.
3rd and 4.
Marist had 2 for 12 yards. Pace, a remarkable 4 for 53 yards. College football, you don't see too many penalties. And when you're talking 53 yards in the first half and you're losing by 18 points, it's just not a good day.
You can't do that, you know. To win games, you got to play, you know, clean ball. McCourt drops back. He's going to take it himself. And he got a few yards on that one, too.
May have the first down.
Ball carried by McCourt.
Waiting for a signal from the official.
26, Charles Dora.
It depends where they spot the ball.
I think they have it. I see where the referee's lining up down there.
Yeah, it is a first down.
They got it.
As offense and defense stay on the field. A gain of 5 officially.
So, what do you think, Rosh? They're going to go back to the bread and butter? They're going to go back to Diudo, just keep handing them the ball here?
I think so. I think they'll keep handing Diudo. One is, like you said, it's been their bread and butter. They only passed 3 times in the first half. Another thing is the fact that you run, the clock will run with you. So I think that they'll be looking to run. Maybe an option here, but McCourt takes it himself. Does a good job running. McCourt spins for a first down. He had 26 yards in the first half on 4 carries.
Yeah, McCourt carries the ball exceptionally well. He's 6'1", almost 200 pounds, and he runs the ball very well. He's strong, and he takes it right up through the defense.
Does a great job running an Oklahoma-like option on that play. Failed to pitch it out, but he picked up the first down. So it's a good play there by McCourt. basically the option involves, you know, just a decision making, whether or not to keep it or pitch it out.
Yeah, McCourt's hold on to the ball a few times now today, and then he's got a few yards from it.
McCourt, hands off. No, he fakes. Going deep, wide open. Oh, terrible pass by McCourt. If he had gotten any spiral on the ball, that would have been receivable. It was intended for Delpreet, and
Gary Garrison almost picked that off. He had it in his hands. Yeah, it was kind of just thrown up there a little bit. Marist tried to break one there, though.
Delpreet actually did a good job of keeping Garrison from little switch rolls there. He kept Garrison from catching the ball. Second down and 10 now, as Marist failed to complete that pass.
Second and 10.
Marist staying in the huddle, taking their time. 12:54 left in the third period. Rosh Kuzino along with Brian Markham. This is MCTV. Marist College football, 25-7. Marist over Pace. And handoff. There's Diudo. And with that excellent quickness and that propulsion, boy, he just explodes from the line. He seems to carry himself. No matter if you just trip him up, he'll stumble for another 6 yards.
Yeah, all good running backs fall forward, and that's what Diudo does. His feet keep going, he just falls forward. Somebody trips him up, but he gains another few yards by just lunging forward. I mean, the Marist are doing what we said they were going to do too. They're giving the ball to Diudo. They've already taken up some clock, and they're only at the 50-yard line.
Okay, third down and 5 now. Marist looking to get a first down here. Delpreet and Phelan, the two receivers. McCourt looking to pass. Winds up the southpaw arm, and he's got nowhere to go.
Pass for the court.
The Pace people looking for flags. Just ruled incomplete
The winning number of the
on the sideline. And Marist will punt.
The winning ticket this afternoon is 008.
How'd Marist look on that first series of offensive plays, Brian?
Well, they took a lot of time off the clock. They didn't complete the pass there, but I think they looked pretty good. Giving the ball to Diudo, he's getting some yards. They gain some ground. Now Pace is going to be probably pinned back deep in their own territory here.
Okay, once again,
Dean back to receive.
Dean is back to receive, and the punt is off to the sidelines. That was a terrible punt. That was that was Christopher Wigler, and he basically kicked that ball into Route 9. Pace looking to set up on the 25-yard line. Not a good punt there, Brian.
Yeah, Wigler with a little bit of a shank, as you want to call it. Nice play by one of the ball boys, I think, over there on the sideline by Marist. I think that's the first action he's seen all day, so he was happy.
Okay, Pace offense looking to start a new half here and forget about the first half. Offensive line out there.
At the 36.
And here's Coleman. Likes it. He hands off. That's Marcello, and he gets about 2 yards on that play, maybe 1.
And on the tackle, number 11,
And
Jason DeTulio. And number
Jason
75,
DeTulio, better known as DT on the Marist team, makes the tackle.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
It was a gain of 2 yards. Second down and 8 here
At the 38.
with 11:35 left in the first half. The sun making its way towards the horizon. A very long game here today, Brian.
Yeah, really. It's been well over 2 hours. Here's a break by Pace.
Ball carried by Marcello.
That was Marcello once again. Seems to be their sole option for the running game.
I'm surprised we didn't see more of Marcello, though, in the first half, early in the game. Now, look, they're running the ball. They're maybe establishing something here for the second half.
Yep, Marcello doing a good job taking the ball and running. Offensive line doing a better job than they did in the first half, at least creating a little bit of blocking for him, creating some space. Once again, another botched play. And that's Coleman. I don't know where he was going with that ball. He's very angry. I believe that's number 53 who has the blame, Brian Harney. That play didn't look too good, Brian.
Yeah, it looked like Coleman was a little upset. Number 35, Pepe Johnson, he seems to be talking to him a little bit. Something's definitely wrong. I haven't seen Johnson in the game that much. I don't know. He's wrong with the plays, wrong on the count call, or what? Something went wrong there.
Okay, second down and 13. Ball on the 50-yard line. Coleman looking to pass. He's got time. And almost picked off. by Simonetti. Jeez, that name seems to be coming up almost every play today.
Breaking up the pass play was
So far right now, Kevin Simonetti is definitely got to be up there for player of the game, along with Bruce Harris and Donnie Diudo and the whole, basically the whole Marist defensive squad. Pace now looking at 3rd down and 13.
At the 50.
Also looking at an 18-point disadvantage.
Here's that long 3rd down play again. Probably see a rollout here once again.
Pace certainly not starting the second half the way they wanted to, down 18 points. Coleman trying to get something going. Like you said, rolling out. He's got pressure, looking upfield. And it's overthrown.
Pass from Coleman.
The only person close to that was Bruce Harris. Number 23, Tim Carroll, was covering Eric Frank on the play. Good job, and 4th and 13.
Here he comes, the Iron Man, the kicker.
Once again, Gene Miller, who
making the punt for Pace.
should have his own section dedicated to him here at Leondorf Field. Basically becoming a legend in his own time. Now his 9th punt, I believe, of the game. Kicking off once again to Bruce Harris. And not a very good punt. And it takes a Marist bounce. 25-yard line for Marist. Not a very good punt, however.
There's a couple
The
late
fact that
flags
there's-
there.
Penalty markers.
Seems to be on Marist as the Pace players pointing towards a few look like guilty Marist. Number 6, 27, 57, and 55. All involved in a little action on the sidelines there. We'll see who gets a penalty.
That was Edward Flanagan, Frank Farella, Bruce Harris, Stephen Parrott.
It's
against
Pace.
Pace, actually.
On Pace.
Little gut checking time, maybe. Marist is talking a little bit to Pace, and Pace just doesn't seem to be handling it well, trying to rouse him a little bit, and they're doing a good job of it.
Yeah, that's what Marist probably wanted to do. Pace, another penalty, crucial. Marist pinned back a little bit here. They maybe had a shot, to hold them to a few yards. A stupid penalty.
15-yard penalty, 68 total penalty yards now for Pace on the day. And as the referee just scores in his little notebook, totaling up the yardage, we'll wait for him. Marist in the huddle, Pace all ready to go. And McCourt ready to bring him downfield. 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Diudo with the handoff. About 2 or 3 yards on the play. Tackled by about everybody on the Pace team on that one. But like we said, Marist just wants to run the clock down right now. Points of right now, they're pretty much, they're nice. They're icing on the cake. However, the fact that they just want to run the clock down, I think, is what's on Coach Party's mind.
Yeah, he wants to, use as much time as he can. Don't give Pace a shot to get the ball back. Throw some deep bombs and get back in the game. You want to use the clock, just put the game away right here.
2nd down and 7, ball on the 44-yard line. Phelan and Delpreet once again. McCourt, and that should be pass interference, and yes.
Yep, there it is, Rosh.
The intended receiver was Michael Milo, and he was basically abused. He was molested on that play. I don't know who it was, but he pretty much had his arms pinned back behind him.
Yeah, he had him up in a good hold there. Pace, had a good stop the 1st down on Diudo, and now they come back with a play like this.
Another penalty on Pace. Pace just running up the penalty yards. Along with punting and penalties, they've probably got more yardage than they've had the whole season today. Pace definitely not helping themselves out here.
Yeah, they better get an oil change with all the mileage they're putting on these yards here.
First and 10 for Marist.
First and 10 from Marist, the 48-yard line of Pace. McCourt with the signals. I-back formation. Now Diudo goes in motion. McCourt, hands off. That's number 21, Hobart Armstrong. Gains about 2 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
Armstrong had running room. He came off the right tackle, Leland. Kozowski came up and hit him in the open field after
Pace defense ready to go.
2nd and 8 at the Pace 45.
Marist out of the huddle. What do you think? You think they're going to look up field here, Brian, or do like we said, just try and run the ball right down Pace's throat?
There's Diudo. He takes it up the middle. It probably would have been a good time to, you know, maybe pop one there.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously, you know, being, you know, protective of their lead, just giving it to Diudo, not risking any, you know, interceptions down here.
I think as long as the coach sees that the offensive line is doing their job, I think he'll just continue to go on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. They're pushing, you know, they're pushing Pace. The line has good surges. You know, it's good, solid offense right now.
Definitely. Line-wise, Marist is just controlling the whole game. The offensive line is overpowering the defensive line. Defensively, we couldn't have talked about that enough. The defense is just overpowering the Pace offensive line. Diudo, once again, twists and turns for about 3 yards. Up to the 40-yard line. That'll bring him 4th down. Marist now going to punt the ball. Wiggler on. Pat Dean is back.
Pace could use a big play right here. What is that, number 1 back there?
They're definitely,
Dean.
like you said, right now they're looking to rush the kicker. Don't be surprised. And almost a block. And roughing the punter. As Wiggler did it, yes, he did a great job. He spun around, did a 180, and he fell to the ground. The referee was standing right there, pulled the flag out, threw it on the ground, and Pace with yet another penalty. They're just adding up here, Brian.
Yeah, Pace, way too many penalties, giving Marist 2nd and 3rd opportunities. You can't do that, you know, at this level of football. You just can't give guys, you know, chances to make big plays, and they're going to get burnt, and they have been getting burnt.
Pace now, I believe, with more penalty yardage against them than offensive yardage. They only had 62 in the first half, and they were up to 53 penalty yards, and they've had about 30 penalty yards added on. They haven't done much offense this half, so I'm sure it surpassed their total offense. The Pace coach cannot be too happy with their performance today.
It's going to be a tough week of practice this week, I think, for Pace.
It's going to be a long bus ride home today for the Pace team.
Penalty against Pace, running into the kicker.
And the penalty was just called, running into the kicker, like we said. Now Marist regains control of the ball. And the referee is just tossing flags back and forth to each other. First down for Marist. That was a big penalty right there, Brian, because Marist gets the ball back. This is really crucial for Pace to stop him here. If they even have any chance of winning, which really doesn't seem too good right now.
Exactly, hit it right on the head. I mean, it's do or die right about now.
Almost fumbles the handoff.
Diudo bangs into his own player. Banged into Armstrong there on the play. Spun for maybe a foot. Brings down about 2nd and a long 9, maybe 10.
That was Diudo's 25th carry of the day. He has 88 yards. He's getting the ball a lot. I guess they're sticking to their game plan here.
Definitely, Diudo with the 88 yards. Certainly the #1 offensive option today. 25 carries, averaging about 3.5 yards a carry. And McCourt looking to pass. Pitches off to Diudo. Great play by McCourt. And there's some more flags on the play.
I think they might have got Marist there here, though. Maybe a holding call. Nice option there. They didn't get much out of it. McCourt with a pitch. Diudo only got maybe 1 on it.
Diudo did a good job there, though. He grabbed the ball and a clip. Clip called against, for once, the penalty called against Marist. It was second down in about 6. Probably bring down 3rd and long, to say the least.
Yeah,
with a clip
penalty there. That'll hurt.
However, the clock just seems to tick away for Pace. Like I was saying, Diudo did a good job grabbing the ball. McCourt did an even better job of noticing that he was in trouble. He had an option behind him, and he utilized that. Pitched it back to Diudo. Diudo, with that explosive quickness, went downfield. Too bad there was a clip on the play, however.
Second and a long 25 here.
2nd and 25.
I'm not convinced that they're even going to be passing here. I'm not sure. They got 2 wide receivers.
Delpreet and Phelan seem to be the only 2 wide receivers Marist uses. Diudo in motion. And McCourt, like you said, looking to pass, going deep. And he's got Phelan. Oh! Phelan drops the ball, had a step on number 21, who is Brian Regan, a defensive back. He's a sophomore out of Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey for the Pace team. And that was as good a chance as any for Marist to put 6 more points on the board.
Yeah, Phelan almost had that one. Not a, you know, it was nicely thrown, but not a tight spiral. Phelan with those interesting, I noticed, red and white shoes. I thought he was gonna come up with that one. He's a little
Those Air Phelans.
Yeah, reminiscent of Billy White shoes. It's Dan red shoes, Phelan.
Marist now facing 3rd and 25. And they go for the pass. Goes short to Diudo. Diudo running into the tackler. I don't understand that. He had the sideline. He seemed to want to cut in. And that was Chris DeGrazia with the tackle. Number 17. It's going to be 4th down and about 25 yards. So, to say the least, Marist will punt here. Wiggler's certainly got a little bit of action today, too.
Yeah, the punter's having a nice day back there. Quick possession, you know, resulting in a lot of punts here.
Okay, 5.5 minutes here to go in the 3rd quarter. Leondorf Field, Rosh Cousineau, Brian Markham for MCTV. Marist up 25-7. And here's Wiggler. And there's a high hanging kick. And there's Dean. Calls a fair catch and takes it. 21-yard line. Down on the play was number 66, Stephen Maher, or Mayer from Marist. Pace once again. The offense out there. As many times the offense has been on the field today, the fact that they only put 7 points on the board certainly has got to be discouraging.
Yeah, you know, coaches can't be happy, and, you know, the offense is not executing. You know, they have been out there a lot. I mean, you know, they're going to have to get it together if they want to shape up the rest of their season.
Okay, hands off. That's Gregory, the fullback. Picks up about 3 yards there to the 27, I believe, 28-yard line of Marist.
And the tackle, number 74.
Number 74 for Marist, Bruce Harris with the tackle. No relation to Bruce A. Harris, who has made those 2 good punt returns, one for a touchdown in the first half.
2nd and 8 at the 24.
I noticed a big guy, Bruce Harris, 295 for Marist.
A very big guy. Maybe that might be one of the reasons the Pace offensive line is so intimidating. And there's Coleman looking, a big hit, and Fink, nothing. Frink had the ball, and he just dropped it. And there's that man again, Simonetti, with the defensive coverage. Did a good job of knocking the ball out of Frank's hands.
Yeah, Coleman got absolutely hit, racked hard in the backfield there. Number 43, Joe Riccardi, gave him some hit.
Joe Riccardi, a linebacker, he's a junior from Mayapack, New York, 235 pounds, 6 foot. Just looking at this Marist defensive line, 235, 255, 295, 239, 230. I mean, they are a big line for, you know, Division 3.
A lot of big guys back there. They'll need it next year, though, when they're going Division 1.
Coleman looking, he's got nothing. Number 43, that's the kicker, Joe Riccardi, who's in on the last play. And Coleman was tackled at the line of scrimmage. Pace now, once again, out to punt. 4th down and 11. I'd like to know what that total yardage to go on 4th down has been today, Brian.
I'm sure it's quite high. Maybe we'll be able to get that statistic. I mean, they're getting pushed back and pushed back. Their 1st and 2nd down plays are not efficient, and they're running in deep situations every time. That's causing this guy to punt.
It was 4th and 14. The punt was blocked, and it does take a Pace bounce. And it goes out to about midfield at the Pace 49-yard line. So Marist will take over in Pace territory when we come back.
No return.
Came in and got a hand on it. There were a few Marist players in there on it as McCourt calling the signals.
Okay, hands off to Diudo. Diudo, left to right, right to left, looking for some kind of room. And he gets about 5 yards, approaching that 100-yard goal for the day. He's got about 95 now.
A gain of 4 yards.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. Ball at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 for Marist. 3 minutes left. No scoring in this quarter. However, Marist has got to be pleased because they're not the ones that need to score.
Yeah, exactly. And that, in fact, that was Diudo's 27th run. He's 7 short of 100 yards. And there's a fumble. I don't know who came up with it here. It looked like McCourt just fell on it.
It seemed as if Marist has the ball, and yes, they do. McCourt pounced on the ball.
Fumble recovered by number 4.
I think that was a botched snap. I think that was McCourt's fault, and he knows it. He just went over and told his team.
Loss of 2 yards on the play.
They just pulled out a little bit early on that one. A little anxious to get that play off.
Pace defense ready.
3rd and 7 at the 42.
That was the third Marist fumble today, and Pace has yet to recover anything. Marist, I think Marist recovered one of the Pace fumbles earlier. However, no, Pace did recover one Marist fumble. That's about the 4th one today, however, and Pace just can't keep to pounce on anything. McCourt looking to the air and throw, and Del Preet with a great catch. Number 21, Brian Regan had his hands right in his face, but he made a great catch. And they'll move the markers down for a 1st down, I believe.
Yeah, McCourt rolled out there. He had Fallon and DePreet. Nice grab by DePreet as he was tightly covered. He came back to the ball and grabbed it. McCourt on a nice rollout. He had a lot of protection from his line, and they got the 1st down.
They did get the 1st down indeed. The ball now on the 32-yard line of Pace. Marist looking upfield towards the end zone. McCourt calling the signals. I-back formation. Diudo gets the handoff. Diudo's got some room. Gets about 8 yards, 7 or 8 yards on the play. That should put him over that 100-yard point for today. That 100-yard mark.
Yep, that's 101 yards. 28 carries for 101 yards. Not a bad day.
Not a bad day at all. Go home and kick up his feet tonight. Maybe watch the game.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Okay, McCourt.
2nd and 3.
Looking to his receivers.
At the 25.
He's got 3 receivers out there. And Diudo takes the ball, spinning,
Ball carried by Diudo.
and he's got a 1st down. Gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Number 50, Charles Stockinger.
Marist, I think, actually had Pace a little bit off guard there. They had 3 receivers out there, Brian Rogers, Del Preet, and Phelan, of course. And I don't think Pace was looking for Marist to run on that play.
Yeah, Marist spread out the defense a lot. They had the 3, they had DePreet, I think they had Fallon in there. They had them spread out. It looked like a pass play. They busted up the middle into the secondary because the secondary was all spread out.
Marist now going with the 2 receivers to the left, and once again handing off to Diudo, who stumbles for about 5 more yards.
On the tackle, number 24.
The yards are totaling up for Donnie Diudo, sophomore out of Rome, New York. 3 players on this Marist team, all from the same class in Rome, New York. John Thompson, David Caldwell, and Donnie Diudo. Diudo getting the most playing time of all 3. However, the other 2 promising prospects, as is the whole sophomore class for this Marist team.
Yeah, they look good for the future. I mean, they look good for this year. It looks like now they're finally putting their pieces together, maybe. Hopefully off to, great season the rest of the way.
Marist now going with 3 receivers. Diudo, one of them, and hands off to Armstrong. Armstrong outside, gains about 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. Now ticking down, 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
36, Charles Dora.
And that'll do it.
3 yards on
Marist, 1 second left. And Marist looks to the 4th quarter with a 25-7 lead. The whistles are blown. And we'll switch sides here. We'll be right back here on MCTV. The score, Marist 25, the Pace University Setters 7.
3rd down and 10 here for the Red Foxes. 3rd and 1, excuse me, on the 10. Got to be looking for Diudo once more.
Diudo once more. They want to run down the clock. Marist did a great job of it that quarter. Quarter went by extremely quick compared to the 1st quarter, which took about 50 minutes. That one about 25 minutes, half the time. McCourt looking to the end zone markers. He's got 3 backs in the backfield, and Diudo runs into the right side, tries to go to the left side, basically didn't have anything there, Brian.
Yeah, I don't think that you would have got it there. They were going for the wishbone there, sending a few blockers in, but Pace did a nice job there, taking away the hole.
Okay, fourth quarter just underway here. Leondorf Field. Actually, Leonendorf. Leonendorf, I don't know how to say it. It's a long word. However, we are here off Route 9 at Marist College. Crowd of about 2,000 people here on this beautiful fall day now. McCourt, once again, calling the signals. And he hands off to Kelly. Kelly surges up the middle, looking for the first down.
Looks like it's going to be close. There's no indication yet, and I don't see either team pointing.
That was fourth down, by the way. We failed to notice. And there is an official timeout on the field. They're going to bring the chains out once again. This is about the same spot they brought the chains out last time.
Yeah, it looks like this one they might be a little short. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks a little bit short from here. We'll see. And they're going to measure it right now. And it looks to be a little bit short. Pace celebrating. Any cause for celebration today is a good one for Pace. Marist defense back on the field. It'd be nice to see Marist have a little defensive surge now. Stop Pace right at their own goal line. Now that Pace has a little bit of something to celebrate, just put it right back in their face, Brian.
Yeah, we talked about do or die last quarter, but this is it. I mean, they're down. What are they down? 18 points here. They got to do it. This is their last shot.
This is it right here. It can be done. However, the way Pace is playing and the fact that Matt Coleman is not Joe Montana may contribute to the fact that Marist's victory is looking very good right now. Coleman looking to the air, and he passes over the middle. That's number 87. Bob Jaffe. He's a senior tight end. 205 pounds, 6'1", from Ossining, New York. Gain of 15 yards. First down. That was, I believe, only the third completion for Coleman today.
Yeah, I think that's the first time all day maybe that he's looked towards his tight ends. He's been going, at wide outs and deep down the field. He hasn't thrown over the middle that much.
Coleman looking for his second completion in a row. He's got Frink, and that's who he looks to. And Frink is hit immediately as he catches it. Good job there. Number 22, Simonetti, once again. Simonetti's got to have about 8 or 9 tackles today.
Simonetti does have quite a few tackles. Nice defense by Marist there. He caught the ball, and they were there to stop him.
It was a gain of 5. Pace looking to the air, trying to stop the clock anytime they can. Trying to get it out of bounds at least. 13 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 5, like I said. Coleman, Marist looking to rush the quarterback. Coleman looking up, looking to Frink, and no flags. Wow, that's surprising because Simonetti basically fell on Frink.
Yeah, Simonetti did fall him, but there might have been a little bit of incidental contact. They're both running, they're both looking at the ball. I don't know if they might have just tripped over each other's feet. It doesn't look like, it was intentional that he was, they're both looking back at the ball. Maybe the ref just thought, maybe he didn't have a shot at catching the ball.
Good timing by Simonetti, however. The minute the ball was thrown, he fell and knocked Frink off the ground, too.
Yeah, the old sneak play, the old trip.
3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5 now.
At the 30.
Marist defense looking to blitz. They got the 4-4-3, and now that's Dean going in motion. Coleman looking to the air. He looks over to Dean. Great pass. And Dean makes the catch. Beautiful pass. That's probably the best pass all day by Coleman.
That was a very nice pass to Dean, but we do have a flag on the play. It was a little bit late. I don't know if it's going to affect the play at all. That's one of the rare times that, he's gotten there, the wide receiver open there on the side, but I don't know what we have here with a flag.
I think it may be on Pace. However, no, it may be on Marist. It's in the backfield. It could be holding on either team. And I think it was against Pace because, yes, offensive interference, offensive holding. No, personal foul. Let me get my penalties set here. I don't know who it was against. Pace just hurting themselves left and right today. Anytime they make something happen, they just do something to prevent it from happening.
It might have been on the penalty, number 68, Kevin Spellman. I saw him arguing a little bit with one of the officials out there as they mark off the yards again. What, they had a first down? They blew it again.
They had a first down, they blew it again, just like that punt when they roughed the kicker. The last 2 penalties for Pace.
Just about half the distance.
Definitely very costly.
Against Pace.
Half the distance to the goal. Now the ball on the 15-yard line. Pace looking at third down and 20.
At the 15.
Coleman now probably almost 100% looking to the air. Definitely. And he does. And under pressure, and Frank drops the ball once again.
I believe that's the second or third pass Frank has dropped today. He was open that time. He would have been short, I believe, of the first down, even if he had caught it. But now they're forced to punt again, deep in their own territory. Marist undoubtedly will get great field position.
I'll tell you, Frank not looking like the 100-yard pass receiver he was last week against William Patterson. Dropping these balls, not very liable today, Brian.
No, not at all.
Once again, that man Gene Miller back to punt. Harris. And the ball just missed on the block. And Harris picks up the ball and he runs it down the sideline, and he steps out of bounds, I believe, at the 22-yard line. Good run back there by Harris.
Yeah, Harris, Mr. Excitement. He gets the ball. He does something usually. Found some room on the sideline and took it. And look at his field position from Marist. Here comes the big line and McCourt back in there.
27-yard punt by Miller, and I'm sure it was almost equal that as the punt return. A 19-yard punt return. Bruce Harris now almost up to the 100-yard club, also with Diudo on his punt returns. 3 receivers set now, and it pitches out to Diudo, and Diudo moves and weaves his way inside, gets hit pretty hard. That's number 94 for Pace, and number 36, number 94, Mike Noto, number 36, Charles Dora on the hit. Diudo with a gain of about 5, which brings second down and 5 to go. 11.5 minutes left here in the ball game. Ball on the 17-yard line. McCourt calling his signals. Hands off once again to Diudo, and Diudo gets maybe a yard. Once again, Marist is looking to run the clock down.
Yep. I think the Marist fans here taste victory today. They're anxiously looking them down there, waiting for the victory.
Anxiously is not the word. They seem to be ready to rejoice for our celebration, because last week they were all here. They were all here to watch that 12-0 lead go to shambles. McCourt setting the play. Diudo with big hit. That was number 75 for Pace, Jim Flynn, with a big hit. He's a junior. He's only 5'10", which is very short for a defensive lineman. However, he is 200 pounds, and he's from Connecticut.
He looked big on that play. Let me tell you, he wrapped Diudo up pretty quick on that one. I don't recall mentioning his name this game, but that was a nice play.
I think Pace is trying to get some of these players a little bit of experience now. I think they realize it's time to throw in the towel. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Looking for a field goal now, Marist, to add 3 more points. And Matt Lynch, the kick's up, and it's good. Matt Lynch, better known as Lynchy, to all his football friends, adds 3 more points onto the scoreboard. It's now 28-7, looking more like a football score. With 10 minutes and 1 second left to go in the ball game. And that pretty much put Pace away, because with 3 touchdowns, they would need to win the ball game with 3 touchdowns here, Brian.
Yeah, I think it, basically over now. Matty Lynch had a little bit of a tough day, but it's nice to see him come through. That was a pretty long field goal there, and nice kick by Lynch.
Okay, Dean and Carbone back to receive the kickoff.
Our QB stand falls down as having a little problems up here.
And number 43
and number 5
for Marist, I don't know his name yet. Joe Riccardi, excuse me.
Number 43, Joe Riccardi.
He's been out there almost as much as Kelly has today, or Miller, for Pace. Gene Miller, the punter. Certainly probably the most tired on the Pace team today. Marist ready to kick off. Pace ready to receive. And here's the kick. High, end over end. And that's taken by Carbone at the 25-yard line. He's up across the 30, up to the 37-yard line.
Number 5, Rod Carbone.
And that's where we will begin our play
by number 46,
for Pace.
Caldwell for Marist.
The Marist defense almost instantaneously out there on the field, ready to go. They're pretty much like, let's get this one over with.
9:54 remaining in the game. I think they want to get this one over, go back and celebrate their victory, the first one of the year.
It's very important here. It's very important here for Marist, however, not to let Pace score some easy points, because you definitely don't want to end a good game on a downside.
Yeah, they want to finish strong. They played a strong game so far.
There's Klausman in the game again. And that's a completion.
Pass complete for number 7, Mark Klausner.
Klausner, I'm sorry, not Klausman. And that's his first completion of the day. He had been in there early in the first half. He was 0 for 2. Completed that one to Flanagan.
Gained 7 yards on the
Mike
play.
Mike Mahagan, number 89, who's a tight end.
At the 44.
He's a sophomore.
Klausman looks a little bit more like a drop-back passer than Coleman, who seems to be rolling out. The first time he dropped back a few times to pass. Let's see what happens here.
Number 14, Angelo Baroni in motion. Klausner looking again. He's got a lot of pressure. He throws it up, and about 4 Marist defenders looking to intercept that one. They seem to be their own worst enemies out there, because Pat Dean had nothing to do with that play.
Looked like Marist were playing a little bit, kill the guy with the ball there. They're all going up after each other. He went back in the pocket. Great pressure once again by the Marist defense, as they almost had the interception.
I think it would have been better for Klausner to just hold on to that ball. He got lucky. He got away with not throwing interception on that one. Klausner now 1 for 4. Once again, looking to his left, he's got Dean, and that's Taylor in motion. Klausner looking to Dean. Oh, and Dean just drops the ball. And out of frustration, Dean wrestles number 23, Tim Carroll. And once again, Gene Miller, the punter, will come on the field.
The Marist defenders have to be credited today. They've played such good defense when the pace has been back to pass. The coverage has been excellent. Pace has not been able to get anything going all day, except for that one drive where they had, I think, 2 big plays. As here's another punt by Pace.
Harris back to return, and the punt partially blocked. That was number 25, Cliff John Louis. Down at the 48-yard line by Pace.
No return.
Kind of popped that one up a little infield fly rule on that one. Didn't go very far. Great pressure once again by Marist, and Marist, a 7-yard punt. We had a kickoff that went about, I say, a whole yard. Well, actually 0 yards, we've just been informed. And that punt 7. Kicking game may be a little weak today.
Definitely. Marist, new quarterback. It's number 16, Christopher Wigler, who is a Marist punter. And he hands off. And that's number 37. Julian Wise with the carry. Wise having a good day. Ran 4 times in the first half of 40 yards. Also had a touchdown to go with that.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
8.5 minutes left to go in this game. Marist in control. Ball at the 49-yard line.
Second down and a long 8.
2nd down and 8.
I think they took Diuto out there probably for the game, as they'll probably, you know, hand the ball off to a few different running backs now, so they don't risk injury to him.
Here comes
Wiggler looking to pass under pressure, and he holds it. Nice play by Wiggler there to improvise. Saw all his receivers were covered, and he took the ball himself. That was a good job.
Wiggler with a few playground pump fakes there, drawing some of the defenders and then taking it upfield for a few yards. Nice play by Wiggler.
Wiggler doing his Randall Cunningham impression, rolling out to the right, faking. Just didn't have a end-over-end flip at the end of that play. 3rd down now and 2. Just under 8 minutes to go. Raj Kuzino along with Brian Markham.
3rd and 3. With a red box.
And there's a pitch out. There's Julian Wise. Looking to pick up the 1st down, and he's got it.
Ball carried by Wise.
Ball now up to the 40-yard line. Marist doing a good job of advancing the ball here in the late end of the 2nd half.
They're controlling the ball, getting some key blocks, giving it to different backs now, picking up 1st downs and wasting the clock as we're down to 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
1st and 10 on a pace
28-7 Marist. They're on the 43-yard line of pace
In the ball game.
as Wiggler at the helm.
Wiggler looks left, he looks right. He's got 2 new receivers. Anthony Pitts is in the game, and I can't see who's on the far left. That's number 88, Gary Cassio. Didn't matter on that play, however, because Hobart Armstrong carried the ball for maybe 2 or 3 tough yards.
Made by number 17, Chris DeGrazia, and 99.
Chris DeGrazia on the tackle. What were you going to say, Brian?
Yeah, some new players in. That was, yeah, as you said, Gary Cassio in the game at wide receiver on the left side that time. Giving some guys a chance to get some experience. If there's ever any injuries later in the season, they hopefully come in and do a good job and fill in, and for future years.
Wiggler now rolling out. Was looking to pass. Now he's going to run. Wiggler seems to have a little bit of speed out there. Eluding a few tackles, doing a good job out there, 2nd quarterback.
Yeah, Wiggler and McCourt look like they've been drilled pretty well on holding the ball and running it for a few yards, as McCourt picked up quite a few yards today on the ground, and Wiggler is now doing the same.
Okay, Marist now looking at 3rd down and 4. Ball is at the 34-yard line. Wiggler with Cassio on the right and Pitts on the left. He's got an I-back formation behind him. And he hands off. That's Julian Wise once again. And he stumbles. Sticks the ball out. Tries to get the 1st down. We'll see. This one's going to be close also. Marist doing a good job of mixing it up here, though, in the end of the game. Certainly not letting pace figure them out. And there is a call of 4th down and a yard to go. Ball's on the 31-yard line. I'm sure Marist will go for it here. With the score 28-7.
At the 31.
Should we look for a pass play or a run play here, Brian?
I think we'll see a run, 4th and short. 2 in the backfield. There it is, number 30.
There's Wise, and he surges up for the 1st down. A couple of missed tackles in the backfield. We also have a flag on the play. Pace calling for it, so it may be on Marist. We'll see. And it is holding against Marist.
Holding penalty called against Marist.
They'll probably be forced to punt now, as it'll be 4th and long.
The scoreboard says 4th down and 1. However, we've come to learn throughout the game the scoreboard is certainly not the most reliable source of information.
10-yard penalty.
5.5 minutes left in the 2nd half. In the ball game, I should say. 10-yard penalty assessed on the play. 4th down for Marist, and they will punt the ball. The quarterback / punter, Wiggler, is out there. Certainly serving as the all-purpose man for the Red Foxes.
At the 43, back to kick
Once
for
again,
Marist.
Dean is back on the
Chris
reception.
Wagner, number 1 back to receive for pace, number 1
And
Pat Dean.
we had an extra man on the field once again. Number 30 came running out. I guess he wanted to really play. Mike McNamara. There's Wiggler. Great kick. Dean takes it on a fair catch, and he's inside the 10-yard line. great kick by Wiggler.
Wiggler, yeah, he really put his foot into that one. Hit them deep in their own territory. Wiggler running the ball, kicking the ball. Guess he does it all.
Marist certainly doing a good job of not letting Pace get any kind of scoring on the board here in the second half. Not letting Pace get back into the game, or even playing for respect for that matter. The Marist defense certainly holding their own here. Even the second defense, which is basically what this is, it's the second line. And that's number 14, Baroni, in motion. And he's throwing, and way overthrown. Pass was intended for Gene Miller, the punter, doing everything today. Maybe he'll coach next week, I don't know. But it's second down and 10.
There is some flags on the play, however. I don't know who we don't know who it's on, as the officials are conferencing about it, and it is on Marist.
So the penalty is on Marist, and that's certainly not what they want. Under 5 minutes to go. I think they just want to get this game over with. So it will stay first down and 10. And I believe, will they move the ball up?
Holding called against Marist.
Yes, they will.
It's an automatic first down.
Defensive holding, automatic first down. So they'll move the ball up 10 yards. The chains will go up with it. Pace now looking at first and 10 at the 19-yard line. Marist in the 3-4-4 defense. Not putting too many guys up at the line and just pouncing all over the rusher. I believe that was number 14, Baroni.
Ball carried by McGinnity.
No, I'm sorry, that was McGinnity, who also serves as their
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
defensive back also. Part-time defense, part-time offense. So Klausner looking to move the ball. Baroni in motion. Klausner fakes the handoff, just looking. That's number 28, Mike Nakasha.
Looks like they're going to be close to the first down on this one.
To number 48, Mike Nicosia.
Nice side pattern there. That was second and 8. I don't know what it is here. That might be close, as they're going to ask for the chains, I believe. Official timeout.
Official timeout on the field.
We have an official timeout here on the field, as they will run the chains out, I believe. And here they come.
These chain guys have had some work out themselves tonight. They've had quite a few measurements they had to run all the way across the field for.
They certainly have, and they're going to have to run all across the field for this one, as the ball is over near the sidelines. And we're waiting for a signal from the referee, and it is a first down for Pace University.
First down for
A
Pace.
rare first down, might I add.
Rare indeed. Pace with no more than 5 first downs on the day.
First and 10 for Pace at the 29-yard
Ball at the
line.
29-yard line. Klausner looking to run him up the field very quickly as the clock ticks.
Down to 4 minutes.
Klausner drops
Got a
back.
man over the middle. Oh.
Great protection by Marist. 1, 2, 3, 7 players were in the middle of that pass, and
A little prevent defense on that one, Joe Walton style maybe.
just a little bit. Marist doing a good job in defensive coverage. Certainly, it's very noticeable that the Marist team is not they're not hanging their heads down and saying, okay, we've already won this one. They seem to be playing all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm sure they're hearing that from their coaches now. Don't let up, play hard. I mean, they only have 4 minutes left in the game. Get all the practice you can out of this now. I mean, these guys want to win more games this season.
Klausner back to pass, getting the pass protection he needed earlier in the game. However, certainly not getting the catches he would like. Bob Jaffe with the drop. 3rd down and 10. And Marist with basically a second team in there. And obviously Pace is controlling the game now, but they just can't seem to put anything together.
Yeah, everything, bad week for Pace. everything basically went wrong today. I don't know what did go right for them, actually. They're going to have to practice hard this week and try to forget about this game.
Klausner looks to the air. He's got a receiver. And Gene Miller, maybe he's punted a few too many balls today. Drops that pass. That was a good pass, actually. Maybe a little bit overthrown, but that pass looked good by Klausner.
Klausner now 2 for 9 on the day, but Klausner not doing a bad job. There's a few drop passes today, more than a few. They're really up there in drop passes, and the 2 alone this drive. Klausner's throwing the ball pretty well, it looks like, actually. He's had him answered, he's hit him, and it hasn't been his fault on this series.
Gene Miller, the man who just dropped the ball, now punting again for, say, the 70th time today. And that punt almost blocked again. Rolls to about the 47-yard line, and we have a little scuffle here in the middle of the field. And that was number 58 for Peyton. John Fagari. And number 56 for Marist, Mike Delaney getting into it. Nothing became of it, however. 22-yard punt by Miller.
No return, 1st and 10 for Marist.
No return by Marist, 1st and 10. And at the 48, I feel like I'm mimicking the PA announcer here.
Miller, that was only his 13th punt of the ball game. There's
just 13, and there are just lots of flags on the field.
As the officials talk about it once more, it seems like they've been doing this a lot today. They're getting their money's worth.
They certainly have. And it's false start.
Illegal procedure called against Marist.
Actually, illegal procedure called against Marist. Same thing, 5 yards for each kind of penalty.
1st and 15 at the 43.
5-yard loss on the play. So it'll be 1st down now and 15 to go. Marist up, 28-7. And there's a handoff. That's number 41 for Marist.
I believe that was Robert Cole with the ball.
Better known as Colby. Gain of about 4 or 5.
2nd and 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gain of only 2. 2nd down and 13 to go. Ball at the 45-yard line. And new quarterback in for Marist. It's Colby again.
Ball carried by Cole.
Carries it about 3 yards. 3rd down now and 10.
Ken Ron is now in for the Red Foxes at quarterback. He's a junior, 6'2", 185 from Milford, Connecticut. What is this? 3rd Marist quarterback of the day?
3rd Marist quarterback of the day. Running through the quarterbacks almost at will.
At the 49.
3rd down and a long 9. Their own 40-yard line for Marist. And Ron takes it. Ron takes it. He looks upfield. That's Cassio. Almost a great catch.
Con with a very nice
by Cassio.
throw there. He's tight spiral. Looks like he has a great arm. He was kind of actually falling back on that pass. Cassio almost came up with a great catch of that one.
Indeed, almost a great catch. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. 4th and 9 for Marist. Punting for Marist, number 80. James Morocco, who's a freshman from Rome. Another Rome Academy graduate, along with many of these Marist players. And the kick is high. Fair catch by Dean, but he bobbles it. And Marist falls on the ball. Not a very good punt. Not a very good punt by the freshman. However, Marist does a good job recovering it. And it's Marist ball once again. 2 minutes left, and that pretty much puts the icing on the cake right there, Brian, and the fans are letting them know it.
Yeah, I think that's a ball game. Fans ready to put the W in their scorebook and ready to take home the first win of this 1991 Marist College football season.
What do you think, Penn State next week, Brian?
Yeah, maybe they're ready for Miami. I don't know about Penn State yet.
Marist certainly has to be happy with this win, though. It's definitely much needed. We couldn't say it enough at the beginning of the game how they needed this victory. And for Pace, what do you think happens now?
it looks like Pace is in for a long season. I'm not saying they can't turn it around, but they have a lot of work in front of them. I mean, they didn't do that much right out here today. Their passing game, their running game. The defense only let up 28 points, but, you know, Marist was out there a lot. They have a lot of work in front.
I think pretty much the punt return at the beginning of the game was pretty much told us what the day was going to be like, and that was certainly indicative of the rest of the play for the day. There's Cole once again, fighting for about 4 or 5 yards. Banging himself in the head. I guess he wanted a few more than that.
Yeah, number 3, Tony Platter tripped him up on the play.
Getting quite cold out here today at Leonendorf, however you say it, field.
The wind from the river picking up. You wore your sweater, of course I didn't.
Well, I was a bit warm when the sun was beating down on us. However, the shadows are casting over the field. And there's Colby once again. And he may have picked up about 3 yards.
Yeah, we're inside 1 minute now, as I think he did get 3 yards on the play. There's an injured player down on the field, which is very unfortunate, especially at this point in the game.
3rd down and 3. 46 seconds left. Marist did pick up a 1st down. I don't know why it says 4th down and 3 on the... It's 1st down and 10. I don't know why I'm still looking at the scoreboard, Brian, because it's been wrong pretty much all day.
Yeah, since the scoreboard's been wrong, we've been wrong too. So it kind of goes with the game, I guess. Yeah, injured player down on the field. I don't know if we have a number on that yet.
No idea. Maybe if we go through all the numbers of the guys standing on the sideline, and maybe we could do it by process of elimination. But that way it might take the whole 46 seconds that's left, so we'll wait to see.
It's like a very tired and, I don't know, upset Pace team over there. The setter's not one of their better performances. It's unfortunate this player has not got up yet.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our MCTV staff today, John Enright and Andrew Holmland with the camera work, doing an excellent job. Doing a great job right now, as you see, of filming that guy laying on the field. And I'd like also to thank my colleague, Brian Markham.
Thanks, Rosh. It was fun.
Definitely fun.
Thanks, Andrew, for the soda. I really needed it in the first half there.
Yes, it was a bit warm here in the first half.
Yeah, now it's a bit cold as I'm shaking up here.
Yes, many of the fans probably looking at us and laughing as they're down there in their blankets and fall jackets, and we sit up here with our shirts and sweaters on, looking like total buffoons.
Well, I talked to JW, the vice president of the TV station, and he said next week we'll be in the room downstairs, glassed in, heat control, refrigerator. We're set for the rest of it. So we just have to get through this for 1 week. And
just 1 week of this, and then we're golden. We'll sit right next to Chris Berman and and Dan Deardoff next week. And the whole ABC staff, of course, Marist, now making a reputation for themselves. Sure to be a national story. Definitely a good game, however, today for Marist. Number 34 with the carry. I still didn't. Who was that got hurt? Brian.
I didn't get a number. I'll get a number on that for a second.
That was number 34. That was Chris Barsanti. He's a senior running back, only 5'8". Small running backs on this Marist team. Diudo 5'7", Barsanti 5'8".
Gain of 6 yards on the play.
Picked up 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. The clock just ticks down. Marist looking to just put a few more points on the board. Maybe they'll sit on it. Maybe they won't. The final play of the game.
The injured
As
player,
the clock ticks.
DeGrazio. We hope he's all right.
DeGrazio was the injured player, and Marist
Gets a W.
They get their first win of the season.
As the fans explode here at Leonendorf Field.
The final score here, Marist 28, Pace 7. Can't say enough about this Marist team. Did a great job today, as you see the players congratulating each other. What can we look for in the future from this Marist team?
They looked great today. They had a couple, we talked about the tough games they had with Iona and Siena the past 2 weeks. They rebounded nicely today against, a Pace team who was 0-1. And, I mean, you can only look for, better things.